Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Okay? Number one, Happy Mother's Day. You know what I mean? Happy Mother's Day. Let's get this started. I know it's Mother's Day. I know holidays, people can be busy, have plans, be out of town, be at brunch this late. I don't know, but you never know. So I don't know, how many people are going to jump in, but let's see. Let's check it out. You know what I mean? Diosa, Jack, what's up? How you guys doing? Happy Mother's Day. Marie, happy Mother's Day. Hope you guys had a good one. Now me, my family, we're fancy, right? We're classy, we're fancy. We're used to living a luxurious life, right? So we went to Applebee's, Sometimes you just got to keep the standards, you got to hold the standards. So Applebee's it is. You know what I mean? My family, it's a long story. My family's all over the place. There's not a lot of splintered family. So there's not a lot of people around, unfortunately. But a few of us went to Applebee's. I saw some highlights on Instagram. I saw the Roots. Oh, no, I didn't see the Roots Quakes game. Sorry. No, I was thinking the Soul. The Soul played today. I was looking at some of the highlights. I've been kind of out of the game, man. I need to catch up on things. It's been a strange few weeks, going to Texas, coming back. A lot going on. You guys like my World Series hat? I really like this hat just because I got to attend that World Series, so it's very meaningful to me. I got this is either Candlestick or Seal Stadium. It's hard to tell. I think that's Candlestick. The Redwood City sign. That's where I'm from. And this is nice. This is a vintage, don't mind my crazy hair. This is a vintage cable car pin that I found at an antique store. I've told you guys before with my pins, I like to get the new ones, right? I like to get a Last Dive Bar pin or a Bay Area pins. But it's also fun to mix it up with some of these vintage pins that I find at antique stores. You know what I mean? Yeah, and the hair, I re-dyed it for Disneyland. Just all kinds of whatever colors I had left over. The niece wanted me to do colorful braids for Disneyland, so the niece gets what the niece wants. And then I'm probably gonna shave my head after. So it was a good run with the colorful, crazy hair. What's up, fellas? NFL schedule this Wednesday. That's right. I'm excited to see, what it's looking like, so I can start to plan. I still want to go to Buffalo. I need to see that. I would like to go to Soldier Field this year. All the ones that are threatened, you know what I mean? That'll be cool. We'll see though. As I mentioned last week, I'm really, really sad about the Rickwood Field, Alabama game. And they put out some cool shirts. There's a cool hat with a Rickwood Field patch. And I'm so upset. I'm so sad. If anyone's in chat from Alabama, let me know. You know what I mean? I will be at Angels Stadium in a couple weeks. Yes, Gabe. What's up, CMG? What's up, fellas? How you guys doing? I hope everyone here got a chance to check out the Globe Life Field video. It was a bunch of fun. Whole bunch of fun. Wyatt Langford, his first MLB home run inside the park. I mean, come on. How can you not love baseball? You know what I mean? The Boch. I got to see the Boch. hobbling off the field just like the old days. It felt like 2014 World Series. Yeah. So yeah, of course, like I said, we went to Applebee's because we're fancy. We live a very high class lifestyle, and it was it was decent. Who doesn't love some Applebee's every once in a while, huh? Some three cheese chicken penne, however you say it. There's people outside talking. It's throwing me off. This year will be the 4-year anniversary of the Raiders leaving Oakland. Time flies, man. Time flies. That's crazy. Rangers video is dope. Thank you, man. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? So what'd you guys do for Mother's Day? Because I was a little bummed out because typically it's been a tradition for most years, although we have skipped some years. We usually go over to Ardenwood Park, which is in the East Bay, in Newark, I think officially, right across the Dumbarton Bridge, if you guys are familiar. And I've always wanted to do a video there. I did a vlog there on my other channel, my personal channel years ago, and I've always wanted to do a full official video. I just, never have time. I will eventually, because Ardenwood is awesome. So typically for Mother's Day, we'll go to Ardenwood, have kind of a little picnic. They got animals, right? They got an old house, old 1800s house you can tour. Super cool. And unfortunately, my family is getting really old. They didn't have a lot of, like, on my mom's, so this is on my mom's side. My dad's side is all, it exploded, and it's crazy. But on my mom's side, just everyone got old. They didn't have a whole lot of kids. It's only, me, the boy himself, Jet, and then I have an older cousin that's a few years older than me. And me and him don't have kids. So because of that, there's a huge gap in ages. And we didn't refresh the family with kids, you know what I mean? At least not yet. So because of that, most of my family on my mom's side is very, like, getting old and getting older, and my grandmother doesn't do much anymore. And so we just went to Applebee's instead of Ardenwood, and I'm a little sad. Ardenwood, something I looked forward to every Mother's Day. But maybe next year. I don't know. We'll bring it back. Me and Mom just did a Sonic run. So don't feel too bad. Dude, I love Sonic, though. I'm glad you got to spend time, though. Took my mom out for Mexican food she wanted. Nice. Made her cry with my Mother's Day card. Dude, you a poet? Huh? Are you a poet? I can't see too well. Is that Bill Shakespeare in chat? Huh? Chris Farley reference, if you didn't get it. But Ardenwood, let me tell you a little story about Ardenwood. So they had the original house that the family lived in. Really big, beautiful house. You can tour it. They have like a tour every 45 minutes or something. Back in the day, there used to be one of those old guys that sold different flavored honeys in the, like, plastic sticks, and you'd bite off the end and suck out the honey. I haven't seen him since I was probably 13, 14 years old, though, and he was an older fella, so I don't know if he's still around, if you know what I mean. I hope he is, though. I hope he's slinging that honey somewhere. I'm a writer journalist. Okay, there you go. Former sports writer. Good with wordy words. Me not so good with wordy words. And I used to do music. Pathetic. So yeah, it's a really cool farm. On the popular days, they'll have a blacksmith. There's a barn that will have, like, these big old, like, not track. Well, they do. I think they do have some tractors, but just, like, big old farm equipment. There's a baler or something. I forgot what it is, but this huge thing in a barn. There's all kinds of cool artifacts like hidden around the farm. And what we found out, this was always my favorite part of Mother's Day. What we found out is in the back of the farm. It's a good piece of land, big chunk of land in the East Bay. If you walked back into the trees, or to the tree line, there's an old set of rails, like train tracks. Probably like a pretty narrow gauge though. I don't know like if a full train could go on it, but they did like hayride type train thing on the rails, right? But those rails went way back into the trees. Way back into the trees. So we would follow those tracks because the train rides they didn't go back there. We'd follow those tracks into the trees, and there was an old path in the woods, right? And in the woods back there, they had old buildings just rotting away. So there was like 2 or 3 houses, and a couple of them were up on like bricks and like why can't I guess, see I suck with words. I can't think of it. They were stacked up and the houses were on top of it. There was an old schoolhouse and it was like 4 buildings, I think. 4 or 5 buildings. And every year we'd go walk back there and check out the buildings. And sometimes the farm would be crowded. It's gotten more and more crowded every year since. Like when we first went when I was a kid, there's only a handful of families. And now it's like you have to get there right when it opens to get a picnic table and stuff. And they'll have dancers and stuff in like old traditional clothes. It's a whole thing. But nobody else knew about those houses back in the woods except like me and my family. That we would like we never in the years we would go, we never saw other people doing this, you know. We go back there and I think I've shown the footage on a vlog before or something, or maybe a members only video, but or a Patreon video. But these houses back there, every year we would go, they were in worse and worse condition. Worse and worse condition. My aunt and uncle, they're very curious like me. It's one of the reasons I'm so curious and like to explore and adventure because of them. My aunt and uncle, Aunt Sharon, Uncle Steve, and they're super social, so they would always talk to the people at Ardenwood and ask. And the idea was they wanted to build like a heritage park, much like there's one in San Jose where they save buildings and put them together and kind of build like a town out of them and restore them and make them like a living history kind of thing. In Dearborn, Michigan, the Henry Ford Museum, they have, what's it called, like Greenfield Village or something outside the museum. All these saved and preserved buildings that Henry Ford and the museum got over the years and would bring there to build like a little village. So they were planning on doing something like that, and then they just never had the money, and the buildings just got worse and worse and worse every year. And finally, one year they were gone. And oh, was I sad. Oh, was I sad. I guess they just dilapidated too much and they weren't able to save them or whatever. They were probably too far gone at that point. Like they were in really rough shape. And luckily I got some footage of them. Whenever I do my Ardenwood video, I'll definitely put the footage in there. I have a footage of me and the people I was with. We were kind of challenging each other to walk under the house because it's up on bricks, so we like walked under. But yeah, so we didn't go to Ardenwood this year, and I'm a little bummed. But you know, at least we got to go to Applebee's. Maybe just as good. Honey sticks you speak of are actually, oh, they have them at Winco. They sell them. That's cool. I'll get an NFL team and bring one back to Oakland. I believe in you. Please, CMG. What's up, Mitchell? That would be epic, like a ghost town. Yeah, man. Like, I really wish they would have succeeded. I did like that it was kind of our little, like, secret that just our family knew. It felt like, I mean, I know there's other people that knew about them. But I'm telling you, when we were there, nobody else ventured back there. So we got to go back into the woods to this, like, abandoned little town, you know? Super cool place. I definitely wish the buildings were still there. I'm assuming they probably just scrapped them But it would be cool if maybe they were still somewhere out there, you know. But won't hold my breath. I'll see if I can find some of these pictures of it while we're doing this. What's up, Jennifer? Feels like NBA playoffs are way over there. Closest team remaining is Denver. Yeah. Knicks got destroyed. I was really looking forward to some of these matchups. Like Knicks and Pacers is definitely like a classic 90s matchup, so I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." But it's been like it's just been like every game's like a blowout, it feels like, you know? So it's like they're not battling really, they're just swinging back and forth. I don't know. Gabe just went to Denver. Gabe went to Denver. He went to the Nuggets game. Lucky dog. Denver lost that game you went to, right? Speaking of nuggies, if we're gonna talk nuggies, I was arguing with some buddies at work yesterday. Let's do a wait. How do I do a poll? I forgot. I gotta do a poll because I want to see how many of you. And I already know what the poll is gonna say. Okay, I already know what's going on here. I already know. I already know. I already know. And I'm going to argue with all of you. Okay? We got a poll going on. Vote. Dubs got Knicks. I haven't watched any sports. I still try to watch the playoffs at least. I mean, I'll watch basketball anyways, but I already know what you guys are going to vote for. Okay? Just know that I will judge you. Okay? I will judge you. But that's fine, you know. That's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and do your guys' thing. Okay. And I got a whole thing about this, so make sure you get your votes in. Dang, I used to. This is one thing I learned. This is one piece of advice for anyone that does photos, videos, anything of that nature. Start early, start organizing better. Take the time to organize, name properly, have a naming convention that works. Typically, with computers, naming starting with the date is good. You know, subject next. Then I like to do also the camera that I took it on, just in shorthand at the end. Because my naming conventions were terrible, so I'm looking at these photos and I don't know what's what. I don't know what's what. Don't know what's what, because the naming conventions are awful. Awful. I don't know. Anyways, okay, let's see what you Luddites voted for. Okay, let's see. Goofy with the bone wings. I love this. Boneless. What's kind of name? You mean you don't leave all your files on the downloads folder with default names? No, do not do that. So, dude, it actually looks like it's hard for me to tell here. But why can I not see the poll? I can't see the results. But it says I can see Boneless winning with 71%. Now, if that is true, is that what you guys are seeing? Only 7 votes. I see 17 viewers, only 7 votes. You guys got to get your votes in. We got to figure that out. Okay? Here we go. Okay, 70. Okay, I can see it here. 75% Boneless. Okay. Okay. Look, guys. All right. I'm ending the poll there. I'm very proud of you guys. I'm very proud of you guys. I thought for sure bone in was going to win because everybody goes for bone in. They say you're less of a man if you get boneless. There's a whole bunch of toxic masculinity around bone in and boneless wings, right? So I argued with some buddies at work because they ordered some wings. The company was paying for it, so I said the flavors I would like because we're getting a batch bulk order, right? And they got bone-in wings because I'm the odd man out that wants boneless. And they're like, "Oh, you want chicken nuggets?" Yes, I do. Why? Okay, why? First of all, a lot of times boneless is cheaper. And not only that, but bone-in wings. This is very important, so listen up. Bone-in wings, at least a quarter, if not a third, of the mass of what you're paying for is inedible. You can't eat it. Why am I paying more for less? More tendons and cartilage? No, I want to eat the whole thing. I want to see everything on my plate and be able to eat all of it. Right? So look, if you like bone-in wings, if you like getting hustled, all right? If you like paying more for less, if you like paying for a third or more of a meal that you can't actually eat, go right ahead. I won't judge you. Well, just stop judging me for wanting boneless wings. And they all stood up and applauded. I don't eat wings because buffaloes don't have wings. That's right. I do want dino nuggies. No, actually, to be honest, like most nuggets, I don't like. Like any of the frozen ones and stuff. Like I've tried, even with like my air fryer, I've gotten some nuggets before. Like, oh, let me try these with some dipping sauce. I don't really like them. McDonald's chicken nuggets are pretty good. But I'm talking about like Wingstop wings. Like boneless is way better to me. Way better. So we had, bone-in wings. I had them last night and I was just like, I got to do all this work to find the meat. I'm Indiana Jones now. I'm digging. I'm an archaeologist. Huh? What are we trying to clone dinosaurs for Jurassic Park and I got to find the meat, the DNA? No. Oh, they're brushing off the bones? No. Just give me the meat. You do it. You do the meat and then give me the meat. Or you take out the bone. Establishment. All right? Burger King has the bomb. Burger King nuggets are okay, but for some reason, I haven't had them in a long time, but when I've had them, by the time I get to the end of it, I don't know, something about it is just like, eh. I think their sauces kind of suck too at Burger King. I don't think their sauces are that good. Like their barbecue sauce is like too, I don't know. It tastes too almost like unnatural. I don't know what it is. Like I said, the bone-in wings, they have the dark meat, which is juicier. Yeah, but you have to search for it. You have to put a mining helmet with the big flashlight. You got to get all in there, and you got to dig for it. Okay, some people are cavemen, and they just suck everything off the bone, but like, I'm not interested in eating the cartilage and stuff. But, again, no judgment. I'm just saying I don't like being scammed. Okay? I want to eat as much of what I paid for as possible. That's like if you had like artichoke dip and then you can pay more for a full artichoke and I got to like take it apart. And I like artichokes. I like taking off the leaves and dipping it in something, but like why are you paying more for less food? I don't know. Give me the meat only. Yeah, I'm telling you, processed meat. Anyways, that's my wings rant. Okay? I know it's very important. Call your neighbors, go knock on some doors, let people know that I'm going to turn the tide. Okay? I'm going to turn the tide. This movement starts now. I'm sick of being shamed for not wanting to be scammed with bone-in wings. Okay? I'm less of a man. Real men have bone-in wings. Like, bunch of machismo for wings. You know what? I think you're less of a man for being scammed into paying for bones that you can't eat. How about that? What's up, Josie? You came at a very important time. We're talking about boneless or bone-in wings, so it was very important. Very important. Oh, I was looking for those pictures. What a dummy. What a dummy. But yeah, what you guys have any Mother's Day traditions? Let me know. What Mother's Day traditions do you have? The same way about ribs. Hardly any meat, all bone. Yeah, that's look. And I love ribs. The good thing about ribs is at least it's not like the meat's not all twisted in there. Like you know where the meat is. Like with bone-in wings, you gotta do work. You gotta get a survey done. You know, you gotta bring in experts. You're pointing up at the rafters. What's that? Is that meat? Is that meat or is that a tendon? I don't know. Come on. I'm gonna pay more for less food and have to work? Nah. But ribs are good, but I agree with you. Not enough meat. My brother, the boy himself, Jet, right? Today at Applebee's, because like I said, we're fancy, we're classy. He got ribs, and it was the same thing. It was a huge rack, but it was like barely any meat. You know what I mean? Good ribs of meat comes right off the bone. Yeah, you can find good ribs with a lot of meat, big hunks of meat, but a lot of times, absolutely, there's just not enough meat on there. You know? I want to find these pictures. Not that it matters. Nobody cares. But I care. I care. Oh, you know what? I think I might remember one of these names. I might remember. No, I don't. Dang it, I want to find these pictures. But yeah, that's my advice though. If you do photos, if you do anything like that, go ahead and start organizing. Make sure they're organized. I'm telling you, down the road, especially if you do a lot of stuff, because all my new stuff is very well organized on my hard drives, but the old stuff, not at all. Not at all. Yeah, no, it just doesn't even exist. It just doesn't exist. It never happened. I never went to Ardenwood. Not once. This is dumb. This is just dumb. If I could go back to 2010, grab myself by the collar and say, you better start organizing these. You better start organizing these, buddy. Never been to Ardenwood. Definitely need to hit up one of these times. I'm back in the Bay. Dude, Ardenwood is super cool. I don't know if they do it like every day. I doubt it. Probably just on the weekends or whatever. But the tour, the tour of the home is awesome. Really, really cool place. Definitely a hidden gem in the Bay Area, which is crazy because it's right there. It's right off. You can see it from 880. You drive right by it on 880 and what is it, 84 Dumbarton Bridge. You go right by it. It's right there. Yeah, no, it doesn't exist. It never happened. It never happened. That's crazy. It's absolutely wild that it never happened. Whatever, you know, whatever. At this point, Gabe, tell us about Denver. We need to know. Everyone's clamoring. Well, he put out videos. Actually, you guys should watch his videos. They're better than mine. You know. Oh wait, I think I might have found. I think I might have found them. I think I might have found them. No, maybe not. Maybe that's not it. That's not it. That's not it at all. That's not it at all. Oh wait, I did find. Hold on. Wait, yeah, I found. Hold on, I found one thing. Can I open this here? No. Okay, hold on. I'm trying something. I'm experimenting. I'm experimenting here. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Okay. Okay. We're experimenting live. This is a big deal. All right, does this work? It doesn't work. You can't see it. It's playing video, but you can't see it. That's stupid. That's dumb. All right, never mind. I give up. This was a huge, huge failure. The biggest of failures right now just happened. Why do you guys tune in? Boneless wings are the best. Josie, thank you. I knew Josie had it right. I knew it. I knew it. And then you ever hear the Dixon Mayfair? It's every Mother's Day weekend. Me and my fam go every year. Where is that? It kind of sounds familiar, but I don't know. Where is that? Only bone-in wings are flats. Yeah, flats are better. If McDonald's brought back the McRib today, it would cost $18. And you know what? The first McRib I ever had, I was at Disneyland. It was from the McDonald's across the street from Disneyland. Right across the street from Disneyland. Speaking of, my mom today also dumped a bunch of my old stuff on me that was at her house because she's trying to clean stuff out. And she found, I don't even know what this is from, honestly. This might have been a gift or something. But it's a cool tin with Mickey on it. It's not showing up on camera very well, but Mickey tin. What is he, a police officer? I never noticed that. A hall monitor? We got hall monitor Mickey here. It looks like he's a police officer. Interesting. Oh man, it's all like crudded up. But it's a watch with Mickey on it as a police officer. Oh, you know what? I think this was my grandfather's. He was a police officer for a short time, like in the 1950s. Back when they did, I mean, they still do, but they did a lot of horrific things. But I think this might have been his, maybe. But there's all like crud on it. I think. Dang, I hope the battery didn't leak, the battery acid, because this is super old. That's probably what happened. So cool. It's in Dixon, okay. Between Vacaville and Day. Yeah, I know where Dixon is. Rib boo, but it is boneless. The McRib's not that great. It's not that great. It's not that great. So I don't even remember honestly what I was gonna talk about with Disneyland. First of all, what else is going on with Sparks? Giants had a nice win today, down 3-0. A couple timely hits tied it up, and then went up 5-3, and then I think the Reds tied it again, and then we walked it off in extras, which was cool. I really hope the Giants figure it out. You know, I don't know how far we could go this season, but I just want to have a fun season. I want to make a nice, at least playoff push. You know what I mean? Time to go a game when the A's play the Rockies. When's that? When is that? Was there anything about Globe Life I was gonna tell you guys about? I lost Brody on the field when she ran the bases. It was hard to keep track. There was so many kids running the bases. I couldn't find her after. Luckily, I did. I wish me and her would have got a picture together on the field. I got a really cool picture of her on the field, so I'm happy about that. But I wish we would have got a picture together on the field. That would have been cool. But it was like chaos, man. If you saw the end of that video, running the field, or kids running the bases, and then I was on the field. It was chaos. Okay, so look, all right. You guys know at a lot of stadiums, they'll have the concrete ramps that loop up the whole stadium. Like Levi Stadium has huge, long ramps. But this was more of a smaller one, sort of like at Oracle Park. There's a ramp. So we didn't know that kids could run the bases after the game until the announcer, Chuck Morgan, like I mentioned last week, he's treated like a king there, like we should be treating Rennell at Oracle Park. If you see the video, you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyways, Chuck Morgan gets on the horn, right? And he's like, oh, kids run the bases. Line up at section 126 or something like that. And we're like mid-level. So we run downstairs. And it's a tall, big stadium, right? So we run downstairs. We're trying to find it. There's other groups of people and families trying to find it too. We finally see what looks like the line. And it's over by the ramp area. And we had explored that ramp earlier in the day. Earlier in the game. So we go on the ramp. Ramp starts going up. We start going up. So we're like, wait. Up? The field is down, fellas. What are we doing? Right? But there's another line going past us down. And they look like they're going into the crevices, right? Into the underbelly of the stadium. So I'm like, that's where we need to go, not up. But it takes me about 4 to 5 seconds to realize we're in the same line. Our line's going up. And eventually it's got to come down. Right? And there's a few Globe Life field workers there that are trying to do some kind of crowd control, but it's a lot of people, okay? So obviously we can't see up the ramp. We can just see a little bit ahead and a twist, a little twist around. So we keep going up and up and up and up and up. Now I'm starting to get lightheaded. Altitude's climbing. You know what I mean? I'm waving off clouds. Clouds are getting in my face. Get out of here, Birds flying by. Geese going south for summer, right? I'm like, get out of here, dude. We're getting up there is what I'm trying to say, right? And it just keeps going. And this line is, it's moving, but it's moving slow. It's hot and miserable. It's a lot of people. You saw the dads with the classic, like, hands on their hips, all upset. There's this one guy. It was so funny. Like, I kind of wish I could have recorded it just for me. This dad, like, every time it would twist, and he kind of, it's so funny because he had this, like, people like that, like, it sucked. The whole situation sucked. I'll give you that. If Brody didn't want to run the bases, we wouldn't have did it. But she wanted to. And like I said at the start of this, what the Nisi wants, the Nisi gets. Okay? So this dad, though, people kind of forget in that moment when they're so upset. Like, he had this, like, almost entitlement. Like, well, we should be. And it's like, well, there's a whole lot of people trying to do it, buddy. Like, you're not more important than anyone else. We all got to wait in this line, right? I did see some people cutting. There was a family that, because there was no, like, barrier between the two parts of the line going up and the line going down. We're just passing each other, and most people are civilized, right? But there's a family that just, as they're going up and the other people are coming down, they just turned around and went with them, right? I saw, I think, like a handful of people doing that. There was a lot of little league teams there for the game, which was cool. You know, it's cool to see kids playing little league and all excited. And so they're doing chants and singing and making noise, and that kind of made it fun, honestly. Like, if you would have asked me, I would have thought like, oh, that'll be super annoying, but it actually wasn't. It made it fun. It made it like, oh, look, we're doing something cool, you know? Like, yes, being stuck on this ramp with a sea of people around you, can't breathe, sucks, but hey, we're here for a good reason. We're having fun, right? And then a mom or family, they start marching down the ramp, and they're like screaming for everyone to move out of the way, and this kid's holding his mouth, and he's just covered in vomit. And then we turn up, go to the next one, and there's vomit all over the ground. So that kid couldn't take it. It was hot, it was humid, it was loud. it was the whole situation was smothering. Kid couldn't take it, poor kid, right? He puked all over the floor. He's gonna remember that. He's gonna remember the shame for the rest of his life. He's gonna be he's gonna be 42 years old. He's gonna be trying to fall asleep. He's gonna remember that moment, and it's gonna shake him up a little bit, right? He might have to get up, hit the bathroom before he tries to go back to sleep. That's gonna happen, right? So he puked all over the floor. A couple more ramps up. If you've ever been to Globe Life, there's a lot of ramps. There's a lot of ramps, and we're going all the way. We go all the way to the top, dude. From the bottom to the top of the stadium in this line. Oh, another thing is, after the vomit kid, a mom comes marching down the ramp with like two people behind her following her, and she's screaming. And everybody's like, what is she saying? Because it was hard to tell because she's that, like, hysterical. So I finally figure it out. She's describing a child that she's looking for. So she lost her kid. So she's like, she has blonde hair, a pink shirt, blah, blah, blah. She has blonde. And she's just like repeating it hysterically as she's like power walking down the ramp and looping down. You know, of course, in that moment, you're panicking. It's scary. You lost your child. I totally get it. I was panicking on the field when I couldn't find Brody. But nobody could understand her description or what was going on. So after she passed, I just heard everybody like, wait, what? What is she talking about? What's going on? Luckily, I was able to decipher it, so I understood. But like a lot of people didn't, right? So another lesson. In a crisis, you got to stay cool. You got to stay cool, okay? So anyways, go all the way to the top, all the way down. Of course, down was way better, right? Down was it was a breeze. But going all the way up, that sucked. Oh, that sucked. And then we get on the field, and they're like yelling, parents on the left, kids on the right. And you know, I get it. You gotta crowd control a little bit, but like it kind of made it seem like we were like being marched to some kind of camp. It didn't. You know, they should. I don't know. They could have did it better. Put up a sign. You know what I mean? Put up a sign with arrows and smiley faces, with a big old stupid character with a stupid cowboy hat or captain, whatever their mascot is, like. Parents this way, kids this way, whatever, you know. But instead, they're yelling at us, like they're in Prada uniforms or whatever it is. Was it Prada? No, I don't know. Was it Prada? I don't know. Whatever. Coco Chanel. Sorry if you don't understand what I'm trying to say there. I'm not going to explain it. But anyways, it was cool. You know, it's one of those things that it's a funny story once you're out of it, and it'll be a funny story forever, and after a while you'll forget the misery of that weight and the suffocating presence of all the humanity stuck in this dingy, humid ramp with kids vomiting and parents screaming because their kids missing. You'll forget all that and you'll just remember how cool it was to run the bases, right? So it was cool. It was worth it. Trying to draft lottery Niners rookie camp May 21st to 22nd. I don't think I can. We can link up before that, but I don't think I can go to the game those days. I am getting ready for my trip those days, and I'm broke. Absolutely, unequivocally broke. I had to sell my other camera to try to make some money for this trip. Luckily, it just sold. I gotta ship it out tomorrow. She was barely caffeinated. I want to at least see meaningful games for the Giants in September. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Side note, watching that video of you and your niece made me feel like I'm missing out on fatherhood. Just me. You don't have kids? I mean, I don't have kids either. I want kids, but I just want to have kids in a good situation. And, you know, I haven't been in a good situation to have kids. But, you know, I was in a situation once that I thought would end up with kids, and it did not. And since then, I have not been in a situation where I thought it would end up with kids. But I totally feel you. I would love to be a parent. I would love to be a father. But, you know, I'm also not going to force it. And like Bill Burr said, just download all my issues onto some poor child. You know, the resentment and bitterness. I want to be in a good place. You know what I mean? I want to be in a good place so I can be a happy... I mean, I would be. Like, to pat myself on the back a little bit. Like, I'm great with my niece and my nephew, and I think I'm really good with kids. But I also don't have to live with kids, so it's like I never feel like that smothered feeling. And I'm a loner, so I like to be alone a lot, and so I'm sure I could be a little more cranky to be a full-time father. That's another thing. Like, I definitely don't want to have kids out of a relationship. And I do not want to do a custody thing. I do not want to be a part-time father. You know, because I know there's some people I know that are in that situation and they hate it. You know, they don't want to be a part-time father. They want to be a full-time father. And a custody thing, you know, you're forced into being part-time, and that just sucks. But I don't know. Maybe one day, you know. I'm getting old, though, so it doesn't seem like it's in the cards for me, but we'll see. We'll see. I might have to force it. No, I'm just kidding. Really, don't have any yet, but waiting to be in a better situation for myself. Yeah, man. Like, I want to be with the right person. I want to be in a good place in life. I want to have a good foundation. I don't want to set up a kid to fail, you know. But luckily, I have my niece. You know, when I was younger, I had my little brother Jet. You know, me and Jet have a pretty significant age difference, so, you know, I was already a grown man when he was a kid, so, you know, I got to do stuff with him, and an ex-girlfriend at the time had her younger sister, her niece and stuff, so we got to take them to Disneyland and stuff like that. So, like, I've had those moments, you know, where I got to do stuff like that, which was really cool. So definitely all that stuff always makes me want to be a parent for sure. So I totally feel that, man. But you know, when the time's right. It is what it is. I'm also just scared because I'm super overprotective. So like, you know, I try not to even think about like, because you know, my niece lives in Texas now. She's not close, and she always lived in San Diego, so she wasn't close to me. So I always just try to put that out of my mind, because otherwise I'll start to panic and think about like, what if she needs me? Like, what if she needs help? What if she's, you know, it's just that kind of stuff just terrifies me. And I won't get too heavy, but like my little sister passed away when we were kids. So like I always have this fear, this trauma response, where people I care about, if I feel like I could not be there to help them or like protect them or care for them, like it can make me start to like, panic. So having a kid, that would definitely be a battle, because I don't want to be an overbearing parent. You know what I mean? Like I think it's good to give, I mean, not young kids, but like, young adults and stuff, give them some independence. But that would be so hard for me to do, you know? It's like even my niece lives across the country now, and I'm like terrified of her being independent. Shot Simple, what's up, man? Jeff, Bang Bang Niner Game, man. How you feel about the Ricky Parasol? I don't know why we don't prioritize offensive line. Yeah, no, I agree. I was saying I wanted offensive line the whole offseason. I wanted that to be the focus. Offensive line and then like a cornerback. So we addressed it, both of those a little bit. We'll see. So yeah, the Parasol pick is definitely a little boggling, but I don't know. They've gotten us so far before, so I try to trust the process, but Philadelphia 76ers will show you that you can't always trust the process. So I don't know. Yeah, I'm with you though. It's a little hard to understand. I definitely want some offensive line help. It'd be nice if we could find someone willing to trade, like a already, established veteran. If we're, since we didn't, what did we draft, one O lineman? I don't even remember at this point. I'm so out of it. Could draft a Zach Frazier, center at 31. Best center in the country, really? Oh man, Avaholic, what's up? Yeah, we should have. I don't know. I like Juwan Jennings though, man. I like Juwan Jennings. He did his thing. He's been doing his thing for us. I don't know, but look, he might be a great pick. He might be tremendous, right? Oh, the Cleveland Guardians unveiled their City Connect jerseys. Let's take a look. I don't like the Tampa Bay Rays City Connect jerseys. I do like the Philadelphia Phillies City Connect jerseys. Let's take a look. Interesting. It's got like I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's got almost like a pattern, like a texture. Oh, you can't see my mouse. Ooh, the hat is cool. It kind of reminds me of an old, was it Twins hat though? I love the stripes. I love the stripes. I don't like these belt loops. Are all the pants belt loops like that now? I gotta say, I really like these. The stripes on the shoulder too. Dude, I give this 2 thumbs up. I think this is awesome. I'm sure there's a bunch of details I'm missing too. But just the old school stripes. The hat's a little too twinsy, like the old Twins hat. Dude, these are awesome. I like these. I like these a lot. What do you guys think? Who would be a guard? Yeah. I think he was a good pick too. I just wanted more. Parasol ain't better than Jennings. I mean, I think Parasol could be. I think he definitely has a high upside, but Jennings is established at this point. Like, he's done so much for us. His blocking, everything. Like, I think Juwan Jennings is super underrated. I said, if he stepped up and mattered in ways he does, I think he's good, but didn't do much in the playoffs. Yeah. It's meh, the Guardians jersey? Meh? Dude, I think this is beautiful. I mean, I like kind of simple jerseys with cool details. So that's why I don't like the Tampa Bay Rays one. It's like doing too much. It's like way too much. I think these are awesome, man. What it really is the stripe. That's like an old school stripe. I love these. I can't agree on meh. It's got some look. I hate the land though. I hate the land. Oh, they got the Guardians on the socks. Here's the back. Dude, I like them. The numbers are original, but not too like, not too gaudy. I don't know. I like these, man. I hate the belt loops. I don't like the weird shaped belt loops unless there's like a reason for it. But yeah, it's kind of the art style. The letters is kind of like the Guardian Towers. I think these are sick. I think these are sick. The colors, I'll say this: the colors are a little meh, but since it's kind of a classic style with like some new age hints, I think they're dope. Yeah, I think they're dope. I like them. I like them a lot. Tampa Bay City Connects are naughty. Is that wait? Is that a good thing? Best receiver on the team. Jennings, man, I love him. Yeah, that looks naughty. I wish they were still called the Indians though. I mean, I get why they changed the names. I think Guardians is a cool name, and I think that it'll grow on people. It's original. It's connected to the city. I think the name will definitely grow on people. I didn't mind them changing the Indians just because, it was unnecessary. Like, I totally understand it was named after an actual player. It was in respect to him and whatnot, but I don't know. I don't mind it. Pants are nice too. Wait, James gone. He was signed by now. We kind of look alike. Me and you. Tampa Bay ones were good. I like simple too. I just think the big in your face lettering is overdone. I understand that. Especially basketball, they've been doing that too much. Never been to Cleveland, so I'm missing the details. Yeah, I want to see some more up close like details too. It would be better than Mitchell. It was a good draft, better than last year's draft. I think it was a pretty good draft, other than we needed to focus on O line more. At least another pick. Which I saw the Mets City Connect, but I don't remember if I liked them or not. Let's see. Oh, I love the Mets ones. Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about these. I love these. Dude, these are sick. These are some of the best ones out there. I don't know how I feel about the hat, honestly, like with the bridge on it is I don't really like extra stitching on the hat, but the texture, the color, how it has a little bit of a sheen. I love that magenta. The old school NYC. It's like stitched pinstripes. Dude, these go hard. These go hard. Every time I see Francisco Lindor, all I think of is, yeah, this book. Book. Does it say hi to book? His kid in the press conference. I don't know if you saw that. It was super cute. Mets one was okay. Josie. Tampa Bay ones were good. Josie. I don't like the drafts. Run defense was weak towards the end of the year. We just lost Armstead. Great run defender and Greenlaw out for some weeks. Oh yeah, is there a timetable on Greenlaw? Naughty meaning nice. Okay. Now these are sick, man. These are sick. I love like the white outline on the letters and numbers just makes it pop on the gray. Dude, I love these. I love these. Like I kind of want to get one. I won't get one from Fanatics, but I kind of want to get one. Yeah, those are sick. If you didn't see, Tampa Bay Rays, which I don't like, honestly. Hold on, I gotta find a better site. Come on. You can load. You can do it. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's doing too much. Like the flames, the chains. Yeah, no. Like the colors are definitely cool, and I like a little color pop. The color with the gray is cool. This texture to me is a little too gaudy. I wish it was a little less, more like the Mets one. I think this logo sucks. I think the lettering sucks. I think it's close to being cool, but it's not quite there, in my humble opinion. The color scheme's definitely awesome. Color scheme's awesome. Sun worshiper jersey texture fit for a day in Tampa Bay, designed to simulate a black shirt that has been weathered in the Florida sun. Like, see, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And then it doesn't even match the pants. The pants don't have the texture. Yeah, nah, not for me. The multicolored stripe is sick though. I like that. The color scheme is sick, but they should have did regular lettering and a regular texture, and I would have liked them. All right, here MLB has the best. What ride are you looking forward to most at Disneyland? Big Thunder Mountain. These I like. I could do without the gradient. The bell is sick. You know? I like the Mets one more if it's like Queens across the front. That would be cool, Cyrus. That would definitely be cool. I like that. I like that idea. That's a great idea. Um, yeah, I like these. I like this logo. I like the Philadelphia on the collar. Um, what is this? Oh, love, city of brotherly love. Yeah, this is sick. Look at that. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like the underbill. Don't like the underbill, but I love the hat otherwise. I wish it had nothing on the underbill. Yeah, these are sick. I don't mind this gradient. I don't know why. Usually I hate the gradients. I don't mind it. I could do without it for sure. The lettering I also didn't think I would like. When I first saw it, I was like, this lettering is kind of eh. But I think I like it. I think I like the lettering. But I said in the video, I said in the Globe Life video, the Texas Rangers powder blues that they were wearing, just phenomenal. Just absolutely phenomenal. Um, you know, yeah. The yellow's nice. I don't really know why they had those colors. Um, yeah, the Patriots logo sucks too. Patriots logo sucks. I think this is it. No, I'm not gonna sign up. Yeah, this logo sucks. This is terrible. Bro, I can't keep up with your guys' draft knowledge. But yeah, this logo is awful. Get this one out of here. Hit the bricks. Hit the bricks. Get out of here. You know? Happy Mother's Day, Jake. Hit the bricks. Robert Kraft. Did you guys watch the Tom Brady roast? I should have put that on the docket. Oh yeah, Rob. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad for some reason, and the Mark Twain Riverboat. I want to do those things really bad. Just chill. I can't wait for Disneyland. I got custom shoes for me and my niece. It's gonna be a time. Yeah, no, the Patriots. That Patriots logo is god awful, absolutely awful. I wish I should have saved this. I gotta remember to like save things to show you guys so we can discuss. You know how there's a lot of like the graphic designers that will do like rebrands just for fun of teams. There was one that was so much better. I can't even remember what team now. It was so much better. I was like, this team needs to get her on the horn, change it up. But yeah, I'm gonna start saving that kind of stuff. I would be fine if the Elvis face wasn't weirdly in the lettering. I agree. If they had like a classic stamp kind of logo, circular, and they just introduced that, cool. But shoehorning the face in there is weird. Keep it classic. Rangers powder blues are so dope. If I was someone who got jerseys outside of my teams, that's one I would definitely have to get. Dude, they're so nice. They're so nice. Like, to me, the brilliance of the Rangers powder blues, because I love the Phillies powder blues too. I love the old Expos. Like, I like powder blues. The brilliance of the Rangers jerseys, the Rangers script on the front is like block script. It's like block, so it pops on that powder blue. Beautiful, amazing jersey. What's up, Jenny? How you doing? Yeah, so I honestly, it's so funny. I cannot remember why I put Disneyland on here or what I was going to talk about. I don't remember. Other than I'm excited. Here's a little tipperoo. Okay, you guys looking for tipperoos? This is the place to tune into, right? I booked our hotel like 2 months ago for the week. It's a week, 7 days, because we're doing Disneyland. We're doing a bunch of stuff. It was a lot of money, so I was stressing, right? And my mom is on the mailing list for the place we're staying at, because we've stayed there a bunch like back in the day, and so they had like a special spring into summer promotion or something like that. So I called the hotel to see like, hey, can I get this discount applied to my stay, because I already reserved it and now there's a discount. And the girl, she was nice and she was like, I can't apply it now, but what you can do is go online, rebook with the discount, and then call me back and I'll cancel the original reservation. So I went on the website, I looked, and their promo was very like limited. So it was like 1 or 2 days at a time and all that. So to do the 7 days, I would have had to piece together like multiple reservations. And then I don't know if they would make us move rooms. And, like I didn't know, like it was too much. So, and plus it didn't seem like I would save all that much on what I was paying. So I was like, dang, I don't think this will work. But then I kept scrolling on their website, kept looking, kept clicking around the other discounts and stuff. And I found, I don't know why it's not automatically applied. What a scam. But they have an extended stay promotion, which is 7 days or more. So I rebooked it with that extended stay promotion, same exact reservation with extended stay promotion applied, and saved $500. $500. The same reservation, just clicked on a different place on the website. Can you believe that? What a scam, right? So my advice, my tipperoo, is if you book a hotel, keep looking around, call them, see if there's any promotions. If you book it far in advance, keep checking to see if you can get a discount applied or whatever. But saving $500, man, that was worth looking around. You know what I mean? You're wearing a powder blue t-shirt right now. It's a great color. I got some powder blue shoes for my niece for Disneyland. That's one of her favorite colors, like a baby blue. So hope she likes them. You know? Yeah, so I'll be at Angel Stadium right before Disneyland. If anyone happens to be there, let me know. And I still want to make it, since I can't do Rickwood Field. I still want to go to maybe KC this season. But I also want to save to be able to do like Buffalo or Soldier Field for the football season. I would like to do that. RFK Stadium, they finally started tearing it down again, so I missed it. I was gonna try to go to DC and sneak in. Not able to do that now. That's over with. That is over with. What other updates? I'm floundering. Well, I guess I'll just talk about things. Going to California Adventure as well. Yeah, we got park hoppers. So we'll be there for like 4 days. A light blue sports jacket with orange red. It's always a good color. Yeah, we're going to California Adventure. I haven't been on Guardians of the Galaxy yet. I only went on Tower of Terror. We actually, on the channel years ago, me and my brother, we went and rode Tower of Terror right before it closed. We rode it pretty much all night. And I haven't been on the new version yet. So definitely going to California Adventure. See, they got Avengers Campus, which I don't really care about. It looks awful. But there's some cool stuff there. I like the park, so we'll check it out. It's gonna be definitely mostly Disneyland though, but we do have park hoppers, so we're good to go. I got Genie Plus too, which I'm not looking forward to using. It's kind of like I said with Bone and Wings. It's just too much work, man. I don't want to do work. I don't want to be feel like a secretary at Disneyland. I just want to go on rides. Just want to fly by the seat of my pants, as they say. But Genie Plus and all that makes it like you have to be on top of it. It's like homework. But we'll see. Also, I probably already ranted about this, but I think that Genie Plus and things like that, reservation systems, and I thought even the original Fast Pass, unless it's extremely limited, I think it makes the park experience much worse in general, and I think it's an illusion for people. I think it's an illusion, like, hey, you don't have to wait in line, because they want to fool you into thinking, oh, I don't have to wait in line. But really, the line now is everywhere. Because pre-Fast Pass, obviously the park is more crowded in general, but like pre-Fast Pass, every store wasn't packed with people. Every restaurant wasn't packed with people. Every bathroom wasn't packed with people. Because now instead of waiting in line, people are doing reservations and stuff. So instead of waiting in line, what Disney wants is them to be out spending money, buying snacks, buying churros, buying Rice Krispie treats in the shape of a Mickey head, right? So it's an illusion, and it makes the experience worse. And the park was not designed for it. The park was designed with lines involved, and a lot of real estate goes to the lines, which is supposed to kind of soak people up like a sponge, and instead those people are not in the lines. They are in the bathrooms and in the shops. And I remember back in the day being able to 9, 10 at night walk past one of the restaurants and be like, oh, look, there's nobody in there. Let's grab some pizza or something, and just go right up, order a pizza, find a table, no problem. And then after they introduced those kinds of systems, suddenly, doesn't matter what time of day it is. There's, at least 10 people in every line for every restaurant, or every cashier at every restaurant. And that's by design, because Disney wants you spending more money. If you're in line, you're not spending money. And of course, waiting in line sucks, but that's why they designed some of the rides to be interactive, like Indiana Jones line and stuff. And now most of the line you don't even wait in. You wait outside, and then they make you walk through the line to catch up once they let you in. So it's like all that real estate that's supposed to, give you space around the park isn't even being used. And yeah, food at Disneyland is way overpriced. Everything's overpriced. The whole experience is overpriced. But people keep going. They keep lining up for popcorn buckets. I just wish. Obviously, I'm in the minority because people line up for all that stuff, right? But I wish people just had if it was up to me, I wish people had a little more self-control and realize, like, I I don't need a popcorn bucket in the shape of Buzz Lightyear's head. You know what I mean? And weren't waiting 2 hours for that piece of plastic. Things like that. I feel like a lot of Disney fans do not have self-control. So because of that, Disney is able to do whatever they want. And, I just miss old Disney that definitely had more concern about the creative aspects of things and not just the money making. And, they've gone through different eras and different periods where it's gone back and forth. But the last 15 years has been heavily just money making. And that's one of the things people don't realize when it comes to Disneyland, Disney in general. A lot of people, now, because we live in this era, in this generation, they think of Disney as this big conglomerate, which it is. But it wasn't like that in Walt's day. Like Walt, he put the whole studio on the line multiple times. He put his whole house on the line to get Disneyland built because nobody believed in it. So he put his creative vision over everything. And, Walt Disney wasn't filthy rich. He was definitely, obviously, very comfortable and wealthy, but he was not this, like, cold-blooded, money-making guy. His creative vision was the leading standard or whatever. And obviously that's changed because now they are beholden to the shareholders more than anything else. And it just sucks. So because of that, I wish people had a little more self-control with this stuff. And look, like I've shown you guys, I got Disneyland stuff all over my apartment. I love Disneyland. It's one of my favorite places on earth. And I haven't been in years. And I used to have an annual pass. I used to go all the time. And I haven't been in years because I'm just like, they're not building what I want. They're not creating what I want. And obviously it's what a lot of people want because they keep lining up for it. But, it is what it is. Like, look, this is a Mr. Toad sign right here from Mr. Toad. Okay? So I like old Disneyland. That's just my thing. So when I go, like Rob, what you said, like, bro, I want to see all the old stuff. That's all my favorite stuff. The Mark Twain, Pirates, Tom Sawyer Island, What's up, Jamie? Hope you're having a good Mother's Day. Go to Universal Halloween Horror Nights. I will one day. I definitely want to. I haven't been to Universal Studios since I was a kid, basically. So much of it looks cool, and there's so much I missed that I definitely wish I would have checked out. But kind of what I'm saying, like, the Universal stuff just doesn't grab me. It doesn't grab me. Like, I don't care about the movie rides. I just feel like I can watch that movie at home. I don't, like, yeah, if I end up there, I'm sure it's great. I'll have fun. I'll enjoy it. I'll love it. But it just doesn't get me to plan a trip. Where old Disneyland stuff does, like Pirates of the Caribbean, now it's a movie, of course, it's a movie franchise, but it wasn't. It was an original idea, original story, original experience you could only experience by going to the park. And that's kind of what I want. I told this story so many times, but like the submarine voyage, it was gone for like 10 years. They were bringing it back. I was so excited. And they brought it back and they made it Finding Nemo with screens underwater playing Finding Nemo. And it's like, I can watch Finding Nemo at home. I don't. So now, after that, I barely went on Finding Nemo. Like, if I would walk by and the line was short, I'll be like, oh, let's jump on. But I never, like, sought it out, Because and it's like all the Star Wars stuff. I can play a million Star Wars games. I can be whoever I want to be in the Star Wars universe in a Star Wars game. I can watch all the movies, all the shows. Like I can almost never run out of Star Wars stuff, right? There's books, there's everything, so it's like okay. So it'll be cool. You know, Galaxy's Edge will be awesome. I'm sure it's great. But it's just I can do this at home in a way. Obviously not the same, but like in a way, right? But before I couldn't go on the Matterhorn at home, you know. Had to leave for a bit. Did I miss the future of the channel update? I'm kind of getting to that. A great day spent it with my mom. I'm glad to hear that. Halloween Horror Nights is the only thing that drives me to go. It looks awesome, dude. I gotta check it out. Dang, I remember that submarine ride. I was a kid. Yeah, it was gone for a while. They brought it back, and now it's watching Finding Nemo on DVD underwater. It's like I know the story. Tell me something new. You know what I mean? I can watch this at home. I don't need to watch it underwater. You know? Problem with Disneyland is that they will make people get medical attention out of the park, so if they die, it's not on their ground. Get medical attention right away and save their life. But I don't know about that. I'm not sure. I don't know about that. I gotta look into that. But I don't know. That's just, you know, I'm a cranky old man when it comes to Disneyland. I want old Disneyland stuff. I don't need to watch Star Wars stuff. I don't need to experience. I love Star Wars. I love Marvel. You know, I love all the movies. I love all that stuff. It's just that's not what gets me to go to a theme park. I can watch hundreds of hours of Marvel content from my couch. I can't go on, you know, a bobsled ride down the Matterhorn though. I can't go to a haunted mansion, right? I mean, well, there is movies now, but you know what I mean. It was an original idea. Let the Imagineers tell original stories. I want original stories. Make a ride that is not about a movie, that's not just to sell toys and popcorn buckets. And that's the thing. If they actually invest in these rides, the rides themselves become franchises. Pirates of the Caribbean, Haunted Mansion. You know? Like everyone knows Space Mountain. It's not a movie, you know? I don't know. I love Dumbo. I love Dumbo too. That's the thing. I love like the way Walt set up Disneyland originally to me was perfect. It was a good balance. You had Fantasyland with all these like movie rides, right? So you could go experience the Disney movies. It's not that I'm against it. It's just not what speaks to me. Right? I love Indiana Jones. But it's not original. At least Indiana Jones is an original adventure, right? It's not like they just redid the movie. But yeah, man, I just want original ideas and original stories, and I want to ride. I just want to balance because they used to do both. That's all. I just want to balance. They used to build rides that were like connected to a movie, and then they would build a ride that was a whole new, brand new, original idea that's not connected to a movie or it's a line of toys, you know? My coworker's brother worked for Disneyland, a high position, so unfortunately this is what I learned. Wow, it's crazy. Man. I always daydream about if I could just take over Disneyland and and you know, bring it back to the way it used to be closer to, where it wasn't just a money-making operation. Because that's the thing, if you invest in a high-quality creative idea and put money behind it, like you're going to end up making money. Just not as much money. They just want to milk it for everything they got, you know? But anyways, yeah, so with Disneyland too, I still got to figure out if I want to film anything, what I want to film, if I just want to do like, just film just our memories. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, with the future of the channel stuff, I didn't talk about it yet. But I don't know. I'm just contemplating a lot of stuff. I'm contemplating if I need to make changes. I'm honestly contemplating if I should just kind of walk away. I don't want to. Like this is the thing. Let me explain this. And I'm sorry. I've done a lot of complaining on these live streams, which sucks. I don't want to be negative like that, but I just, I want to be honest and open with you guys. Like I love making videos. Like, it's the best thing I've done. You know, the times I've gone places and I've met some of you guys is super cool. Like, the fact that people appreciate these videos, and honestly, you know, most of these live streams I do, it's always the same group of people checking in, and I really appreciate it and I look forward to it. And so whatever I'm saying is not this is the thing, a lot of people will complain to try to get sympathy or like guilt people. I'm not doing that because you guys have supported me and been there for me and been awesome. So this is not my attempt at like trying to get sympathy or anything, because you guys already got my back. So I don't need, you guys aren't the ones I need to convince of anything, you know what I mean? But like, it's just, it gets to a point where as much as I love the videos, I've been dedicating my life to a lot of this for over 7 years now or something. And before, you know, I knew the growth would be slow and whatnot, but like, it's, it was always steadily going up. And lately that's not the case. And the thing is, the subscribers are going up. Like, every time I refresh, there's new subscribers, but subscribers are not watching the videos, unfortunately. So, you know, I think back to like the first, I think the first 49ers video I did at a game got like 30,000, 40,000 views or something like that. It's every single one since then has gotten less and less and less. And the ones I did last season, I think they barely broke 1,000. I think there's some under 1,000. You know, and I know like everything's changing, like TikTok, attention spans, it's all, you know, affecting that kind of stuff. They turned Space Mountain into a Star Wars storyline. Yeah, I think that's stupid. Hyperspace Mountain, I'm not looking forward to it, but it's still Space Mountain. I would have been cooler to turn it into like an original storyline if they were going to add more story to it, you know? Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. But yeah, so my issue is not making the videos, that I'm not having a good time making the videos or telling the stories I get to tell and stuff. That's the great part. You know, talking to you guys, meeting you guys and stuff like that. That's been the awesome part. And that's the part that's kept me going. The hard part is how much time and money I dedicate to this. And it's one of those things where they say, like, you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. And it's been a long time. And here's the thing, if you do something for like 7 years, right? And I have now, you know, over 20,000 subscribers. There's people that subscribed to me 7 years ago that haven't watched a video since. They may not even use that account anymore. They might have forgotten that password. They got a new account. Some people probably passed away. You know what I mean? Some people probably like stopped watching YouTube. So the fact that I have those subscribers doesn't mean that I have those viewers. And you can see the difference. I'll use, you know, my buddy Gabe as an example. His channel steadily gained steam. He was one of the voices of the Oakland A's fan base, right? While this was going on and people latched onto it, he's grown and grown and grown. And because of that, a lot of his subscribers are recent in the last year or two. And he's getting a ton of views. Well deserved. Well deserved. Right? But then when you slowly grow over almost a decade, most of my subscribers don't watch my videos. Like, I can see the analytics, right? So the subscriber count doesn't really matter. But yeah, man, like, you know, I put out the Globe Life Field video, and you know, I went all the way to Texas. I drove 3 hours to surprise them. I went to the game. I didn't have money, so I had to like get creative. You know, and I work hard on the video. And you know, first day it doesn't even get 100 views. Like, after 7 years, barely being able to get 100 views is crazy, right? So it's like, do I still, man, I don't have a social life. I don't have kids like we were talking about earlier. I don't have any of that because I've been so dedicated to working and trying to build a brand and trying to build this channel and all the things I'm doing. And I'm just like, I never wanted to give up. I never wanted to just live a normal kind of life with stability and loved ones around you. But part of me is just wondering if maybe I would be happier. Just working on my regular career or what have you, and seeing what I can do with that. And I don't know. I mean, I always need a creative outlet, but is it worth staying up all night editing? Is it worth it spending almost all my extra money on trips and gear and all the, the URLs and the web hosting and all that? Is it worth all that and then putting out a video and only getting 100 views? And again, I'm not saying this for woe is me, I want sympathy, or trying to guilt you guys into anything, because you guys are the ones watching. I'm not, the people not watching, I'm not talking to, obviously. So this is not to guilt you guys or to do anything like that. I'm just being transparent. My thought process of trying to be like pragmatic with whatever my remaining time on earth is. And of course, like, I'm not doing this for money and fame, but at the same time, I'm losing so much of my life because of it. So what's the trade-off, right? So many, almost every night I'm working on something, ideas, I'm writing something, I'm researching. It takes me a long time to edit videos. And the thing is, like, I have a bunch of videos to put out. Some of them are ready. I was going to start dropping them in quick succession. And it's like some of the videos, I know they're not going to be popular. I know they're barely going to get 100 views. So it's just, it kind of loses its luster for me. And, I know, like, on the sports side, what's up, Mark? Thank you. And that's the thing. People like the sports stuff. The sports stuff is the most popular, but even that, I've been losing views. These live streams, they haven't been growing. It's been the same group of you, tuning in. So this isn't growing either. Like, nothing's really been growing. And again, I promise you, I'm not saying this to try to be like, woo, give me sympathy. I'm just being open, honest, pragmatic, and transparent about where I'm at with it. Yeah, like, do I keep putting off my personal life? Do I keep putting off? I don't go out. I barely see my friends, like the times I go out is when you see me doing a video. Like, other than that, I work 10-hour shifts all week, and then I'm at home editing, trying to relax a little bit, trying to decompress. And then I think about, like, going to Disneyland with my niece and how awesome that's going to be. And it's like, I could do more of this kind of stuff if I wasn't putting all my time and money and energy into videos that barely get any views. You know what I mean? But there's some things I would like to try before I just say, I'm going to pull the plug, I'm going to give up. There's definitely some things I want to try. It's been a couple years now of me trying to find someone to help me edit, to save me time. I've just wanted someone to, like, help do TikToks. Even take these live streams, cut up some of these live streams into TikToks. Like, if you've seen my Instagram and TikTok, I've put out some clips from these live streams, like some funny parts and stuff like that. And some of them have done well. So there's ways that I can still do my, longer, bigger content and also have the short form content. It's just, I don't have the bandwidth to do both all the time. So it's kind of like I have to put one on pause to make a bunch of TikToks that I put out over the course of a couple weeks, and then I have no more left. But if I had someone consistently to help with that, that would be huge. But I haven't had that. I've tried. I'm not going to get into it. I'm not going to cause drama, but I've tried. I've worked with people. I've done a bunch of stuff. I've done a lot for people that I thought was going to be like a mutual relationship, and it ended up being one-sided. So I still think that's a possibility that would help a lot. Because again, I I don't do my videos. I didn't build this channel the way I built it because I want to be rich and famous. But I want to be able to do more. I want to be able to do it. I still want to do my videos and then also have a little bit of a social life. So if I could build the channel enough to just be able to do it full time or something like that, or at least just build it up enough to have help, that would free me up to be able to at least have, you know, friendships. Be able to go to Pizza Hut with some buddies, you know what I mean? No, I talked about it last week. I talked about Justin Scard, right? He's one of the YouTubers I watch. I got his book. I got a signed copy. He signed it. He did another live stream signing him last night, right? And the thing is, he's great at branding and stuff. He doesn't do a lot of YouTube stuff, so he's a lot smaller than he should be. But his branding, he does awesome shirts. Everything he does is like quality, but he has a great team around him. He has some friends that help. His girlfriend helps. Allie, like, she seems awesome. They all help each other and they push this line. I haven't had that help. Like, it was originally supposed to be me and my brother. That didn't really work out for a lot of reasons. Distance, things like that. So if I had a team of some sort, I feel like that would help. I don't have that though. And I'm not open to just having anyone on the team. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I wanted my family. That's why I always have my family involved and close friends, you know? So, I don't know. I think that's something that would help though. So, before I like officially pulled the plug, which I was honestly going to do a few days ago, I considered it. But until I do that, there are some things I want to try. There's some video ideas I want to try. Maybe strip down the content a little so I can pump more out. But it just sucks 'cause I don't want to do that. I like the production that I put into it, you know? So I don't know. A lot of ideas floating around. I just got to figure it out because sometimes I feel like I'm killing myself. And I'll tell you guys in a second. Let me catch up in the comments. I'll tell you guys some stories as an example. Okay? I'm going to take a week off or two, rethink your thoughts, and see if you still have the same thought and then give them a step away from it for a little bit until you're ready to come back. I mean, I kind of did since the Globe Life video. I chilled for a couple days. I played Red Dead Redemption, which I haven't been able to play in a couple years I played it a little bit last year for a short period of time. But, like, I barely get to play games anymore. Like, I'm telling you guys, I'm gone like 12 hours a day. I come home and I just like edit, do some graphics, throw some ideas around, research. I'm always looking up stuff. I'm on Reddit with like certain history subreddits or like the abandoned subreddits, find abandoned places, like all kinds of stuff, right? That takes up my time. And so yeah, no, the last few days I did chill. After I came back from Texas, I was lucky the timing worked out. I had 2 personal days to take. I took 5 days off from work, and I did the Globe Life video. I finished that in the first like 2 days, and then I chilled. I barely did anything, played Red Dead. You don't have to give us to do videos when you want to. You can also change the channel content, do different things, try and be more successful on here. And that's the thing. So like Mark Bass, right? Like he said, he's not into sports. He likes his non-sports related videos. There's a bunch of people like that, but the sports videos are the most popular. Now, the smart thing to do would be, niche down. Choose one. Do all sports videos or all 49er videos or all whatever. But I don't want to do that. It doesn't make me happy. Now, that's my stubbornness, but it doesn't make me happy because my brain's all over the place. You can see all the weird stuff on my shelf. There's sports stuff, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, stuff from Istanbul, right? That's what I like. I like a variety of things. That's why I changed the name of the channel to Variety. So I want to do the history videos. The history videos are my favorite, and some of them perform the absolute worst. So I don't know. That's the hard part too. Thank you, Jenny. You just hit the like button, share Dylan's video. Thanks. Gotta see your friends every once in a while, or even include your friends in your videos. I know how much it sucks not being around people you care about due to obligations. You're right, Parker. And I do, every once in a while they'll join me and whatnot. Sometimes I feel bad though, because I'm in such a rush, or I'm just trying to do all this stuff. So I feel bad inviting people to go do videos with me because I know that it might not be fun for them, And I appreciate you, Parker. You're always around too, man. You always support. Never go out to take breaks when you feel overwhelmed. Make some time for yourself. You're probably right, man. What's up, man? Build your channel on what you like, and I promise you get what you're looking for. That's the thing, bro. That's what I believed. But it's been 7-8 years, and my channels, the analytics are going down. They're always going down. Like, it feels like every video performs worse than the last, for the most part, right? I've had some successes in the last year. The Candlestick video did great. The Giants Fan Fest did all right, But the others performed terribly. And I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not saying I'm entitled to anything at all. I'm just being realistic about it. And it's like, do I really want to... we have limited time on Earth. The Imaginarium video, I had to spend my money, picked up jet. We went, we filmed it, spent a whole evening doing that. Then it took me a few days to edit. I'm spending all night editing for a few days. That's like 4 good days that I could have been socializing, could have been finding a wife. You know what I mean? And that video barely got any views. Barely 100, 200, something. It's like after 7 years, barely being able to scrape that together. Is that worth 4 days of my life? I don't know. Now, I'm proud of what I do, though. I'm telling you that. Definitely proud of what I do. But at the same time, I want to have a life. I want to have a little bit of freedom. And right now, all my extra money goes to this. I would have a lot more. I'm telling you guys, I'd be sitting pretty if I didn't do this channel. I think I told you guys, I looked at my taxes for 2022, 2023. I spent like $40,000 on this channel in those 2 years. That's with 3 weeks in Texas. That's with a new camera, new drone, my server system, which was like $6,000. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. That's a down payment in a house in certain, places, not in the Bay Area, but I could move to Cincinnati, you know what I mean? Buy a house. So it's just I always say, like, Erykah Badu has a famous quote. It's like, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit, right? That's her quote. I usually don't cuss on this channel, but that's the quote. And I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my videos. So when I put a video out and it gets 100 views, it hits me hard. It's very personal for me because I care so much. Some of the funniest parts of the videos are at the very end. My little extra clips I put in the title, the end card, the end screen card. I put some of the funniest jokes in there. And it like 2% of the audience sees it. You know what I mean? So it's like, man, why am I working this hard? I don't know. I say level down the production effort to crank out more content. Consistent uploads goes a long way. You're absolutely right. It's just, it's hard, man. My integrity is important, and I don't want to put out low effort content. And I'm a perfectionist too, which is hard because I'll be going back and forth over a video so many times to get it right. Like the Lock series in Lock, California. Man, it took me a year to put that series out. I was editing that for, like, off and on for a year because I kept going over it. I kept redoing it. I kept retweaking it. And then, 2 out of the 3 videos barely got any views. One of them got maybe 1,000 or 2, I think. But, the Lock Bed and Breakfast video, one of the funnest videos we've ever done. Silly jokes, just goofing off, showing a cool place. And it barely got views. click-through rate was terrible, right? But again, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm not saying I'm entitled to anything. I'm just saying, obviously, I'm doing something wrong. Maybe you could have 2 separate channels, one dedicated for sports. I thought about that, but it's like, that's a hard decision. Like splitting your audience, it can be hard. That's why I did the playlist, you know. So I have the playlist, but I mean, you might be right though. That might be a better move. I don't know. It all makes sense about the pros and cons trade-off for your time and money, but you definitely make good videos. Thank you, man. I'm definitely proud of the videos. I'm proud of every video, even the ones that have 100 views. They say if you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Absolutely. The thing is, I have so much fun doing the videos. I have so much fun editing, but I'm saying like there's zero payoff for it. Not zero. Sorry. I misspoke. For a lot of the videos, there's very little payoff. And I don't mean just monetarily. I mean just views, comments, you know. It's hard. It's like, do I keep doing that? Do I keep just treading water? I don't know, man. I don't know, you know. It's finally got a new job. I need to do what you do for work also. Look, I got lucky. I found a good position. I have certain skills that have served me well. But hey, if you ever need advice on things like that, I think I'm pretty good at it. I did a lot of training and stuff in a somewhat corporate setting, somewhat tech setting. If you ever need advice, you can always hit me up, and I'll you know, I can help you out. All businesses have business expenses. I know, man, but it's a lot. It's a lot, you know. I'm talking about building up a buffer, like make 3 or 4 videos and schedule them. Then while those are auto posted, you can make another. Yeah, so that's actually what I did for the first few years of the channel. At one point, I was 16 video, or no, I was 10 or 11 videos ahead, and I had 16 already filmed. So literally, I had them scheduled, uploaded and scheduled for 11 weeks. 1 video a week, 11 weeks. But it was hard to keep up with that because back at that point, I didn't have a full-time job. Now I have a full-time job, so it's very hard to do that. And right now, I have still 8 videos that I'm editing. I have 2 of them done. And I'm trying to have like 4 done and then schedule them out. So yeah, no, that's something I've been trying to do. It's just I work a lot, man. Like I work a lot, so it's hard to do that. And that's kind of my point. Like if these videos just made enough to pay my rent, I will eat ramen noodles and sit in this apartment and just do videos all day. I'm telling you, I don't need a lot of money. I'm not trying to be rich. I just wish enough to buy a little bit of freedom, because if I had that time, I could definitely do at least a video a week with the live stream, maybe some shorts in between. I would definitely have that time. But with my full-time job, 10-hour shifts, I don't have that time. But yeah, just scheduling out is great. Love the lock videos. I'm glad. Lock bed and breakfast video is my favorite. I'm glad, man. That video, it's one of those things that I didn't know how to like do the thumbnail and stuff too, to let people know like, this is a silly, fun video. It's I think it's entertaining, but I don't know, maybe that's my weird sense of humor, you know? There's also twice the content. Yeah, for sure. It's not paying my bills. No, absolutely not. What I make on average on this channel, this is a total guess. On average, a month, I probably make $150, maybe $200. Now when a video hits, like the Arco Arena video got 700,000 views in a very short span of time. The Candlestick video did like 250,000 in like its first week. I made a couple thousand on each of those videos, but that's 2 videos in 7 years. And I probably made like maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500 on the Chargers video, the San Diego Chargers abandoned headquarters. Yeah. So that's what, like I said, over the course of 7+ years. So it's not like that pays my rent. But yeah, on average, on most, like if nothing pops, couple $100 is a good month. Dude, where all right, where did we work? Cuz you told me that. I don't know. Where did I train you at? You can say the name or say the industry cuz I was trying to figure it out. Say, cuz I'm not sure. I don't know if I believe you cuz you've said that before. Um but yeah, so I'm just telling you guys I don't know if I'm going to shift my content somehow. I still would love kind of a partner in crime that would help with editing, with filming. Like I mentioned last week, I love doing the tailgate trivia. The last video performed terribly. Uh, okay, all right, you're right, you're right, you're right. Okay, all right, all right. um, yeah. So, what was I saying? What the heck was I saying? Oh, the tailgate trivia. I need someone to help me film those. So most of the time, I don't have someone to help me film. And those videos did very well for the most part, especially like short form. The TikToks and the Reels made out of those videos performed very well. And um like if I miss Rails, by the way, Brian. But those videos perform very well, but I need someone to help me film, and most of the time I don't have someone to help me film. That's why I've wanted to do the trivia stuff at Warriors games, at Giants games, but I just, I don't have anyone to help. So I definitely see there's a pattern with a lot of the YouTubers that succeed. They have like a team that pushes, and I don't have the team. I've had people that help for sure, a lot of friends, my brothers, right, my cousin, but nobody consistently that can help. And so I would love to sprinkle in more trivia videos and stuff, like fun stuff like that. Like what I really liked was what I thought was cool. I don't know if you guys felt this, but like the reverse boycott, the Oakland A's game. I had the asking the A's fans what's their favorite memory. I had that like interspliced with the video, so it was part of the video. And then I did like a Niners one where it was just trivia, basically, with some extra stuff tacked on. So there's different ways to do it that I thought was really fun. So I'd love to do more of that, but I just need someone that is consistently available. And I also need the extra money to be able to get whoever it is an extra ticket, which isn't always easy. Like certain NBA games and stuff, the tickets are pricey. So there's a lot of hurdles with that, but those were videos that definitely did well on TikTok and Reels that I would love to do more of. The best job till it move locations. Yeah, man, the move is still tough on me. The commute is killing me. Hey, help you film the tailgate vid. Season ticket holder and former YouTuber, bro. No, yeah, you could do that, but also I'm not even just the Niner games, Like I want to go to all kinds of games, and you're kind of far away. So yeah, it's kind of the same issue where I would love to do that with you. That'd be super cool. But like, you're not close to me. You can't consistently, you have your life. You can't travel with me to Texas to the Rockets game. You know what I mean? As cool as that would be, you know. Video of the self-driving car cut off another self-driving car. I didn't. No. I hope you film if I live close, live too far away. Exactly. That's the thing. And this is the thing. My brothers help me a lot, which is super cool, but they have their own lives too. I can't expect them to live out my dream. Although I think my brother Cole, I've told him this, I think he should have with me. I think we'd be in a much better place, and I think he'd be much happier, and so would I. Because we started this channel together, I really think your channel is flagged or something. I think you need to start a new channel from scratch. Man, I don't know, man. I don't have any marks, no flag, no what's it called? Strikes. I don't have nothing. I don't have nothing. I don't know. You know, but look, I try to avoid analytics because it's a dark hole to go down. But when I look at the analytics, for example, the Arco Arena video, right? When I put that out, it tanked. It tanked, and I was so sad because I was like, man, this video was a one of a kind video. You know, this video was like, obviously nobody else can do it. It's an abandoned NBA arena. We found all this cool stuff. I was like, this video has to do well. It has to. And it did terrible. And I was like, dang, like that sucks. I was like, this was like a big chance, to the point where I thought about deleting it and re-uploading it. It took a couple months. And all of a sudden one day, boom, it hit. It hit. And it got like 700,000 views in a couple weeks. But what I noticed about the video, you can look at the analytics and you can see where it's recommending your video. And it was recommending the Arco Arena video to some next to some videos that had nothing to do with it. They weren't sports related, they weren't abandoned related, they were I don't even remember what it was. I know I could look through my text messages and find it when I was talking with my brother about it, but like it had nothing to do with that video. So because of that, the click-through rate, which is the rate at which people click when your thumbnail is shown, was super incredibly low because it's not the right audience, right? So that sucks. Sometimes you get unlucky with that. But eventually, the algorithm took a couple months to kind of figure it out and started recommending it next to some videos that you know, it was closer tied to. And then finally the video took off. But you don't always get that lucky, you know? And so you never know. I worked with a YouTuber with 100K subscribers, turned their long form videos into reels and TikTok, and the account grew to 11K followers, and he grew on YouTube side. I could help you. Dude, can you please DM me on Instagram? That's exactly what I'm looking for. I've tried some of the automated ones. I paid someone on Fiverr, and they sucked. If you could definitely like connect, I'll shoot you some money for reels or whatever. Partner with people on YouTube and other social media platforms to help you and help them. I mean, I've done collaborations. I ranted about this before. It's hard to find the right collaborators. It's hard to find people that aren't just out for themselves. It's hard to do that. And if I find the right people, I'm totally down. The problem is I've been burned so many times. Burned is wrong. I wasn't burned, but just like I did a lot for people and tried to help them help their channel, and they were helping me too. It was great. And then once they were done with it, they were done and they just checked out, and I haven't heard from them since. And it's like, man, I put a lot of effort into this collaboration and these partnerships. And then, because the thing is with YouTube and YouTubers, if you want to call me that, most people give up after a certain time. So when I collaborate with someone, a lot of people, they might do it for a year and then they'll give up. So it's like, do I really want to put all this time and energy into someone that's just going to give up again when it's happened to me 4 times now, So I don't know. You don't really cover hockey much. I'd like to see that. Yeah, I've only done a couple hockey videos. I definitely want to do more. That's just a time constraint. It's just a time and money constraint, unfortunately. You should get one of those cars wrapped with a Vertlife logo. That'd be sick. I wanted to do that before. Saying I wouldn't mind helping while at Levi's. Just let me know. Absolutely, dude. We still gotta link up. Absolutely, that would be cool. Definitely, if I do a tailgate trivia at Levi's, I will hit you up. Help on stay-at-home dads with parenting, but hit me on see if I can help when I can. Stay-at-home dad, you lucky dog. Videos at Tank. Have you tried new thumbnails and titles? Yeah, I've actually been I've been experimenting with thumbnails lately. Josie, I'll keep that in mind for sure too. So you stopped streaming? But yeah, no, I've changed thumbnails and stuff. I've experimented with thumbnails. But a lot of them are so far in the gutter that I don't know if they'll ever turn around, unfortunately. Even, the Arco Arena video, because that goes through lulls, it gets consistent videos still to this day. But I've tried actually changing that thumbnail and title a little bit to see see if I can get it to pop again, you know. Bright Sun Films did a video on Arco Arena, used your footage and gave you credit. I saw YouTube was recommending your video. Wish they had linked it in the bio. I don't know if I saw that. It's funny you mentioned that though, because there's another guy. I've seen Bright Sun Films. I've seen their videos before. I haven't watched any in years. But let me see if I can find it. There's another channel. That this dude pumps out videos and they're just commentary. So literally just it's playing a video. It's literally just pictures and he does commentary over it. Super quick, low effort videos, right? But he covers very interesting topics, a lot of sports stuff. He's done multiple videos where he talks about like Arco Park, the ballpark that they never finished next to Arco. I have the only comprehensive video about that ballpark on YouTube. I'm the only YouTube video, I'm pretty sure, that actually went there and explored it. But he keeps using screenshots from my video and he'll like zoom in to cut off my watermark on the videos, the Vertlife rocket watermark, which is fine because I'm an artist. I don't really trip on like, oh, that's mine, that's copyright. But at least like shout me out or credit me or, you know, put a little something or other to her variety like in the corner or something. It's like, bro, I had to like crawl through bushes and fall down a hill multiple times to get that shot that you're using. You could at least do a little tip of the cap, you know, with my crazy colored hair, right? You could a little tip of the cap. So it's always funny to me because I watched some of those videos. Actually, I think my cousin found it. He's like, look, dude, this dude used your video. But yeah, he just keeps using these screenshots from my video. And he uses a bunch of photos that he's not crediting or anything. I'm like, dude, and he has a ton of subscribers because he literally will put out 6 videos a day. There's commentary about random topics. Makes me think maybe I should do that. But yeah, I'm like, bro, come on, just a tip of the cap, my friend. You learned all about this park from my video, obviously. But whatever. It is what it is. But Bright Sun Films, that's cool that they shouted me out. Actually, there was another video I know I commented on and said, hey, thanks for the shout out. That was cool. It might have been that video. Dang, abandoned RFK Stadium. I missed it. I missed it, guys. I was going to go out there. I was going to get into RFK, and it's too late. I was going to do that this past week. I was supposed to go to DC this past week, but I couldn't because of Disneyland. Dude, Jay, you're the best. Let me shout out Jay. Journey with Jay, please, after this live stream, or now, if you're sick of it, go to Journey with Jay's channel. First of all, you don't have to give me money, bro. You don't have to give me money, but I appreciate you. Jay, especially lately, dude, you've been on a roll. He's done some of the coolest abandoned spots lately. He also deserves way more views because he's finding spots that it's almost like, bro, some of the places you've gone to in like the last year or so, I mean, even some of the older ones, but in the last year or so, also, by the way, I try to watch every one of your videos, but I usually watch on TV, so I can't comment, but just know that I'm watching. But he's gone to some places where I'm like, how does this still exist? Because like, especially in California, the cool abandoned places, they don't last long, you know? But he's found some stuff. I'm like, how is that still there? So shout out Jay. His channel deserves way more views too. He's in the same boat as me. He deserves way more. I'm gonna be happy to do it for free. I like helping small. Don't do it for free, bro. I'll pay you. Dude, that is who I'm talking about. That is crazy. Reach out to him or take down him. No. This is the thing. I don't mind if someone uses stuff fairly. It's fair use. It's fair use. It would have just been cool since he's a much bigger channel at this point. It would have been cool to have a little tip of the cap. So yeah, that is who I'm talking about though. That's hilarious. He's used my screenshots multiple times. But I'm not trying to cause drama or anything like that. I'm sure he's a nice guy. It's just, I feel like with social media and stuff, for whatever reason, especially like the meme culture, like kind of stealing content or reusing content has kind of been normalized and the rules have been thrown out the window. And I don't care if someone uses my stuff. It would just be nice to have a tip of the cap, right? That's all. Because if I use people's stuff, I try to shout them out. Even like the Locke series, I shouted out Jamie Rubio because she did a ton of the research. She has a great blog about Locke where she like finds old newspaper clippings and all this stuff. And a lot of the stories I told in all three of those videos were from I learned from her blog, or at least learned more about it, more details. So that's why I shouted her out in the video, right? And I actually tried to talk to her, but I didn't talk to her in time before I filmed it. But like, I don't even know her. I don't owe her anything really, but I still just felt like I should give her, a little shout out at the very least because she did so much research that helped me. So it'd be nice, it's just funny to me that, and you cut out my watermark. It's funny. So that shows me it's kind of willful at that point. I'm trying to find this dang Arco video, Bright Sun Films. So it couldn't have been that long ago because my video been a Jedi Tire, blah blah blah, abandoned Northridge Mall, blah blah blah. Where the heck is it, dude? I have another abandoned stadium video coming soon, by the way. I actually went and checked it out again recently and got some more drone shots with my new drone. Dude, why can I not find it? How do I search his channel? Let's some of your content, at least you can do is shout you out and give you credit. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Stranger is a cool guy, but he has a way of doing things. Most of his audience comes from the World Trade Center stuff. Yeah. Dude, yeah, Journey with Jay, super nice guy. We've talked about it for years. One day, I actually I hit Jay up when I thought I was still going to DC because I was hoping that maybe we could link. So one day, me and him are gonna collab. I haven't been to the East Coast in a couple years, but one of these days we're definitely gonna collab. And me and Jay have been following each other for years through YouTube, and he's always been, the nicest guy. So, dude, do you remember who was it that said it? Was it Josie? Yeah, Josie. Do you remember what video was the RFK video? Because that's the only abandoned video I can find, abandoned stadium in the last year that he's done. So does he talk about Arco and RFK or something? I'm trying to browse it. I don't see it. Pontiac Silverdome. Oh, he did the Rubber Bowl Stadium. I wanted to check that out. Yeah, I can't find it, man. If you can find it, please send it to me. Because there was someone that used some of my footage and they credited me. So I commented. I was like, thank you. Appreciate you using the footage. Or appreciate you. I think it was Bright Sun Films. So I was like, you've done excellent content for a long time or whatever. And so it's cool. It's cool that you shouted me out. I actually left. Again, I don't want to get into the drama, but I did leave a comment on the Depressed Ginger, one of his videos, where I was like, this is super cool. Glad you liked my video, but you could have at least, shouted me out, something like that. I said it in a very nice way. I was like, if you're going to use, my shot, you could just at least put my name in the bio. You know what I mean? Labrise TV. Yeah, dude, I was trying to go to DC. I was trying to go to RFK Stadium. But it's too late. I missed it. Oh, there it is. What happened to Sleep Train Arena? Oh, they did a Qualcomm one too. I was trying to get into Qualcomm, but they tore it down very soon. Way too soon. Let's see if I commented on this video, because I'm pretty sure I watched this one. I don't see it now. Maybe I didn't watch this. Hey, and they don't have that many subscribers. Oh yeah, they use some of my footage right here. Anyways, I'll watch that later. But anyways, the YouTube world is interesting. But that's why I appreciate people like Jay, who's always been cool, never been like a clout chaser or anything. And I think we kind of see things very similar, where it's like we're not trying to be rich and famous, trying to just do cool stuff. I only want money so that I can do more and I can have a life while doing it, you know. But I'm not in this for like clout. But yeah, so that's kind of my thing with the future of the channel, man. Like it gets hard, man. It gets hard. You know, like I talked about, full transparency, which you'll always get from me. I started taking, you know, an anti-anxiety, anti-depression pill recently. It's only been a few weeks. I talked all about it a couple weeks ago, so I'm not going to get into it, but maybe things will feel better for me once that starts kicking in the first month or two. Because maybe that anxiety is also getting to me when it comes to my videos. But regardless, man, I'm telling you, I'm so proud of what I've done. That's hard for me to say. I'm not the type that really pats myself on the back. I try to do it more on the channel just to have a positive, upbeat presence, because that's what I want from myself. I want people to see me and not feel negative feelings, you know? And I've always battled myself feeling like I'm a burden to everyone around me and stuff like that. So I try to be more positive and more happy with myself. But it's not always easy, you know what I mean? Are you doing a video on the first Oakland Ballers home game? I'm hoping to. I will be back to the Bay Area like the day before or 2 days before. So it depends, but I'm trying to be at the Oakland Ballers first home game, yes. I'm trying. I'm 100% down to go. I'm only about 85% sure that I can go. So I don't want to say 100% I'm sure that I'll be there yet, but I'm trying. I'm really trying. I have to unsubscribe to Depressed Ginger for that. That's not good. I mean, hey, no, it's not a big deal. And it's probably not even something he thinks about. Again, I'm not trying to beef with nobody. He's a much bigger channel than me. All power to him. Do your thing. Do your thing. I just do things my way, right? But he talks about a lot of really cool topics. He really does, you know. You have a Discord channel, it would help you with the channel in some way. You know, you're the second person that asked me that today. I do not. I have an account, but I don't really use it. Maybe I could start one. It's just one of the things I didn't think anyone would really care to join a Discord server. Again, when my videos barely get 100 views, I don't think people are clamoring for anything else. But look, I should start one. I'll look into it. Journey with Jay just subbed to you. Finna watch stuff out of the stream throughout the week. Dude, that's awesome because he deserves it. He's such a nice guy. As far as I know, you know, I don't know him in real life, so maybe he sucks in real life. I'm just kidding, Jay. But yeah, look at let me show you just some of his videos, just because he deserves, you know, this. I mean, look at some of these places. Last floating hospital now sits abandoned on the river. Abandoned hotel, like a time capsule. Where's the one I really liked? Again, I watch your videos, dude. This is on my This is not my personal account. This is the variety account, so it doesn't show all my views. So do not think I don't watch your videos, all right? What was the one I literally got on I think on my phone to leave a comment because I was like, oh, I can't just watch this one and not comment. Dude, this Mechanics Garage one's crazy. Dude, what was the one I just commented on? Like last week. Oh, it was these cars. I won't show too much, Jay. I want them to go watch your videos. Dude, look at this place and all these cars. It's insane. Yeah, I literally like jumped on my phone. I was like, oh, I have to leave a comment on this. Yeah, this is crazy spot, dude. It's just crazy. Like, we barely have any of this kind of stuff left in California. Like, all the cool abandoned stuff is like mostly gone. But yeah, check out Jay's videos if you like abandoned stuff, especially. You know, and again, he's just a genuine guy that's not like clout chasing or BSing. You know, a lot of that's the one thing about the abandoned videos. Like, obviously, I love doing them, and you know how I've been doing them too. Like, intersplicing historical stuff now. Like, if you saw the Byron Hotel video, but a lot of the urban explorers and stuff, they're honestly just BSing so much stuff, and they're just faking a lot of stuff in some ways. Like their reactions, they're like, oh, I heard voices, or I got pushed, someone touched me, like to make it like paranormal, or they're just like they're just a lot of times they don't do any research. They don't even know what a place is, and it's like some of these places have historical significance, and they're just glossing over it because it's creepy or whatever. So Jay is one of the people that is really actually like interested and enjoys what he's doing and is not just trying to like, oh, how can I shock viewers or how can I like get attention, grab attention. So yeah, I appreciate what you do, Jay. Appreciate what you do, man. People don't like to chat. I have to keep chatting and posting stuff to keep my Discord going. I'll join your Discord if I get my thing going. Yeah. But look, again, everything I said here is because you guys are the ones supporting. You guys always like join in. I see the same names every week when I do these live streams. These live streams were a way for me to try to be disciplined again. And if I can't pump out videos, at least I can do a live stream and check in and let you guys know what I got cooking. And we can talk about jerseys and we can talk about, different stories and stuff. So, I'm not saying any of that stuff I said to be a complainer or act entitled. I'm not entitled to anything. I'm not entitled to any views, subscribers, anything. I'm absolutely not an entitled person. But I want to figure out how I can get some of those, those views, some of those subscribers so that I can do more. And quite frankly, I've told you guys, man, let me give you a little insight into me as kind of my closing rant. I want to do a video about this eventually, but my father, they won 7-0, weren't they? They were up like 3-0 at one of the breaks, or at the break. I saw that, but I didn't see how the game ended. Making the YouTube face in your thumbnails actually makes a difference in views. I know, man, but I can't. My integrity, you know. But you're right. Maybe I should play it up. But okay, I have an idea about a documentary type thing I want to do. I don't know if it would be on this channel or outside of this channel, about some family stuff. My father, who I don't talk about very much. You may have seen some of his comments out there. I don't delete them. I leave them. And if he sees this, I don't care. Eventually, we're going to talk it out eventually. But he is a habitual liar. He is a storyteller. He will. My little brother grew up thinking that our father was like the starting quarterback at Stanford for a long time because that was a lie he told. And because of that, I kind of swung the opposite way. He was kind of a negative role model for me. Like everything he did, I tried to do opposite. So because of that, I'm not saying I never lied. Of course I have. Everyone has, but it irks me. It pains me to lie. It pains me to think that someone may think I'm lying. So I'm trying to sell my old drone to fundraise for Disneyland because finances are bad, and I'm trying to make sure I have enough money to get through this trip and make sure that my niece can, get all the churros she wants. So I'm selling it, and someone messaged me about the drone, like, was this drone crashed? Because I see some scratches on the propeller, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't crashed. It's just normal wear and tear on the propellers. It's just purely cosmetic. Everything's perfect on the drone. It works perfectly. I was going to keep the drone as my travel drone, but I was like, you know what? I probably won't actually use it. I'm a little bit of a hoarder, so I'm like, let me just get rid of it, get some money back and for the trip. So everything's perfect on the drone. No problems with it whatsoever. And so I wrote back basically telling him that. And I just had this anxiety, like, he's going to think I'm lying. He's going to think I'm a scammer. So I hate the feeling or thinking that someone may think I'm lying. And I said all that to say that I get that feeling when I'm telling you guys my thoughts and feelings about my channel and like what I want out of the channel and stuff. I feel like there's going to be some people that are going to think, oh, he's lying. He's trying to make himself look good, or he's trying to like act high and mighty, but he's not. He just wants clout. He just wants attention or whatever. So I've had that feeling this whole live stream, just so you know. But I hope with my actions, with the content I put out, with any time, if I ever meet any of you guys, anything, I hope you know that if I'm anything, it's sincere with what I'm saying and what I'm doing. And I've made plenty of mistakes in my life, so I'm not acting like I'm perfect. I'm far from perfect. I make constant mistakes. I have stupid thoughts all the time. I'm not perfect, but I'm trying to be the best person I can be. And just know that that's genuine. And when I talk about my content and my integrity, I mean it. I want to be a person of integrity. So please, you don't have to listen to my words, but I hope through my content you can understand that I have not done content that's just trying to grab attention. I've done videos that I knew would barely get any views, but it's something that was important to me. So I just putting that out there. But that's a lot of that's because of my father and me wanting to be different from him. Because when I was little, I'll tell you this is another truth. When I was in elementary school, I lied so much. I told, this is so stupid. This is so stupid. Me and another friend actually told this. We told everybody. This is so stupid. We told everybody. Oh, we're not black belts. A black belt? We're not black belts. We're dragon belts. That's right. It's a special belt. It's above black belt. You just have a color? Your belt's just a color? You don't have the stitched dragon on your belt that we have? We're like, yeah, it's like a black belt, but it has like a red dragon. So anyways, I lied a lot. I told people, actually, I think my dad told this lie and then I repeated it. Said that I went to Pirates of the Caribbean at Disneyland and I swam off the boat and I played with all the treasure, And then at some point, I realized how embarrassing it is to be such a blatant liar. And so luckily, I had that thought and that, I guess, maturity to realize, oh, stop that. You look crazy. You look stupid. Just because we would see the lies coming out and how ridiculous it was. And So I wanted to go the opposite way. Anyways, I just thought it was a funny story. You should do a video game stream. Dude, I was thinking about doing that on Twitch, but it's like there's so much competition. And I actually streamed years ago. I did a streaming on Twitch of like old Nintendo games. But then I realized I don't talk much. I'm really boring. And you got these streamers like, and that's what the kids are going to watch. You know what I mean? So I don't know. But that would be cool. Especially, I mean, I'm playing Red Dead right now, and I'm like, maybe I should just stream this. But it's definitely, I think, streaming video games and being entertaining is a talent. And I'm not sure it's a talent that I have, you know? I think we're pretty real here, and there are no haters. Everyone, dude, honestly, I swear to God, I'm not buttering you guys up. For the most part, my little viewers I have been so awesome. So awesome. Like, barely any toxicity. Like, every once in a while, I have to throw out a struggle comment, you know, to some dum-dums that show up. But for the most part, man, I'm super lucky. And I think that is in large part because of my content and because of the integrity I try to keep. Oh, and I've failed. Don't think that I don't know that I've failed. In some videos, I have said or done very immature, stupid things. But most of them I feel like I've learned from and I've tried to get better at, you know? I am humble. I'm just a guy. The fact that you're a partial owner of a sports team makes it hard to think you don't lie. Dude, you're right. You got me. You got me again. It's true. Happy Mother's Day, Variety Squad. What's up, Ruben? What's up, man? I just probably said something like that when we were kids. We all told similar lies. Yeah, but I was going down the path. You know what I mean? I was going down the path of being out of my mind, and I did not want to be like that. You know? You were one of those kids. Yeah, I was one of those kids. It didn't last long, though. It didn't last long. By like middle school, it was out of my system. And I give the credit. My guardian angel is my little sister that passed away. That's why I have an angel here with her name. Because of the only, I hate to even say, but like the only good that came from her passing away, the only silver lining at all, obviously, worst thing that's ever happened to me and my mother in our lives. And I would do anything to change it. But the only silver lining is her memory is my guiding light. And because of losing her at such a young age, it gave me an instant maturity that a lot of people don't get. It was a little flick, or bigger than a flick. It was a knockout punch to say, hey, life is fleeting. It can go at any moment. You better try to live it well. And it took me decades to get to that point where I felt like maybe I was. And I still got a lot of work to do. But that gave me an instant context about life that a lot of people miss out on. And so even at a young age, I was able to look at these negative role models and be like, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do it that way. And I've done it in a lot of wrong ways, but not to that level. I don't know if you guys even believe me. Look, I've been around a lot of bad people. I've done a lot of bad things. I know a lot of bad people. I know a lot of great people, obviously, too. I know a lot of bad people. I've seen a lot of crazy movie level things. And I don't usually get into it on this channel, but just know, I've been around whatever it is, I've been around, okay? But at the same time, I always had my heart. I always had good intentions, even when I made mistakes. But at a young age, I decided, and still, I've never been high other than when I had like surgery. Never been high. I never smoked any illegal plants. I've never been drunk in my life. I sipped alcohol because I used to work at an alcohol store. So I sipped wine and stuff to like, for product knowledge to like understand, but I've never even been tipsy. I've never been drunk, never been high, nothing. I occasionally would have a cigar for like a a, a celebration or, special occasion. But other than that, I've never been drunk, never been high in my life. And that was a conscious decision I made as a kid by seeing the people around me and saying, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to do that. So you know, that's why my integrity and stuff is meaningful to me. I'm off to bed, brother. Have a good night. All right, man. See ya. And I might need to pick your brain on some things too. Went saw our team in San Jose and they played the Quakes. They're not bad. That's awesome, dude. Bring a sixth grade teacher watching kids blatantly lying in your face is hilarious, dude. It's hilarious because there's such bad lies. Such bad lies. They work on other kids, but they don't work on adults. But I don't even remember why I started down that path. But my integrity is important. So I don't want to BS you guys. I don't want to BS any potential viewers. I want my content to be valuable in some way, and that doesn't always work in my favor when it comes to trying to grow the channel. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. I think I'm always, even if I quit the channel, I'm always going to have some sort of creative outlet. I'm a creative person. I have to, and I don't know. I don't know what I do. I adjust something. I find help. I don't know. But my point is I have to figure something out. I can't keep treading water. You know what I mean? I think short form is definitely a path, but I need consistent help on that. That's the only problem. And nobody owes me help. And obviously I will pay for whatever, but I can't pay a ton. I'm not rich, But I'm down to pay. And another thing, this is one of the things that when I say it, I feel like everyone's going to think I'm lying. But I promise I'm not. And it's not to pat myself on the back, but I think I'm a very generous person. I'm not money hungry. I will split whatever, So like that's with my brother, with my brothers, with my cousin, whoever was supposed to be helping me or be part of this, they were going to reap all the same benefits I would if there was any benefits to be had, because I'm not trying to, I don't care about that, and again, if you see, and this is not to throw this in their face whatsoever, but like any of the stuff I've done with people, I think probably 100%, if not close to 100% of the things you've seen me do, and there's been other people in the videos, I paid for everything. Whether that's a trip, that's travel, that's whatever, any of those trips, I paid for everything. Airfare, food, hotel, tickets, whatever. And that's not to throw in their face, because I think I should be paying for it if it's for my channel, you know what I mean? But just to say that that's another reason I want to build up this channel, so I can do more ticket giveaways and stuff. I want to hook people up. I want to like do things for people. So, so I'm totally down to like pay people for their work. People deserve it, but obviously just because of my situation, I can't, I don't think I'm able to pay people what they deserve. Even if it's like TikTok videos, I think everyone deserves dignity and a living wage in whatever job they're doing or whatever, you know what I mean? But anyways, wow, most of us can't say we've never been drunk or high. I can't. Yeah, I most people can't. I totally get it. It's a cigar of choice when you do happen to have one. I'm a basic B, so just like a Macanudo, I like something very medium size, medium wrap. But yeah, I'm not a cigar expert whatsoever. But like a good Macanudo, I'm good with. I really can't tell the difference with most of them. I just like a kind of a medium smoke. Have a good night. Send you a DM. Look forward to hopefully working with you. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate you always checking in. Have a good night. Happy Mother's Day. Have a great week. Hopefully see you next Sunday as well. Sucks YouTube Reels barely pay anything. Yeah, I barely do shorts on here, but Instagram Reels and TikTok, I've had a lot of success, so I'm gonna try those more. But whatever happens to me, whatever happens to the channel, all the thanks I've given. I've never tried a Cuban. I have not. No. I do not hang around the right circles to have a Cuban cigar. Any of the thanks and appreciation I've shown in any videos or these live streams, and I say thank you and how much it means to me. I promise you, it's 100% sincere. It's been awesome, man. I would have quit a long time ago if it wasn't for just, the small group of you that check in on these live streams and leave comments on the videos and stuff. And, because sometimes I'm bummed. I put out a video and it gets like 2 comments, barely any views. And then, there's a group of people that most videos and live streams, I see the same names, and you guys help me keep going. And so I appreciate that. And I really mean that. And I just hope that's one of my main things, man. I hope this channel can turn into something so that I can pay you guys back somehow. Because I definitely remember all the people that have been there, There's even people years ago that I haven't seen comment or anything in years, but I still remember them. And I still remember, like, when I was super small channel, they helped me out, and they like kept me going, and they gave me, kind words and advice even, like, and even though they haven't commented in years, I'm still super appreciative of them, and I'm so thankful for them. So if you're ever involved in my journey whatsoever, even for a short time, and you disappear forever, I won't forget it. I won't forget it at all. I look forward to these every week, especially the last few weeks. Has been a small little escape. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. Me too, man. Me too, for sure. Like, I love discussing stuff. And I've mentioned this, and I did the live stream with Gabe and stuff. It would be cool to turn this into like, I definitely don't want to be like a streamer like Kai Cenat, that I'm just streaming all the time. I like this Sunday night live stream because it's more of an event and a check-in. But I would like to build it to maybe something more, like with more guests or games or something. I don't know. I should start planning more, because like I enjoyed earlier looking at the jerseys with you guys. So yeah, I would like to build this into more, but I don't think I'd want to be a full-time streamer. But yeah, I'm glad I started doing these live streams. I think it was a good idea. So, at the end, as a reminder that if you need an extra pair of hands to help film, absolutely, Josie, absolutely. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and anything negative I have to say does not apply to any of you that check in on these live streams. And again, I'm not entitled or owed anything. Nobody has any obligation to watch, comment, share, anything. Nobody has an obligation. If you want to be a cool kid, though, you'll do it. I do have some cool videos coming up that won't get any views, but I think they're cool. I think you need a fresh start, bro, on a new channel. That's hard, man. That's hard, because what I think they do with the algorithms, honestly, I think with new channels, they give new channels a boost to try to get people hooked. I 100% believe that TikTok does this. New accounts get boosted. So then your first few videos, you'll get a video that gets 5,000 views, and you'll be like, oh, wow, that was easy. Let me keep pumping these videos out. And then they dial it back. So I don't know if YouTube does that, but I think it might be, I don't know. Plus, I got such an archive on here. I have no strikes. I have nothing. The channel's in good standing. They give me updates. I really think it's just the fact that I don't have a niche. Every video is different. Some of the topics are old people topics. Like, I'm an old soul. I'm getting old. I'm like almost officially an old man. But, I do like a museum that if you go to the museum, you see nothing but old people there, right? So it's like my content's all over the place. That holds me back. I can't pump out videos. That holds me back. I don't do enough short form. That holds me back. There's a lot of reasons, and I'm aware of most of the reasons. So I don't know. But again, I hate that I've complained about this on these live streams way more than I should. But it's been something that's wearing on me a lot lately. It's been very difficult. Cigar aficionado here. Cubans are illegal in large quantities if you bring them from out of the country. I went in Canada once, so I think it was offended the lady. She sold me one that wasn't very good. I hear there's a lot of counterfeit Cubans also. They're pretty strictly Canadian border. Don't know about other borders. But in the States, you can still find some here and there that are illegal. However, they are limited to one per customer. They usually sell fast. Yeah, 'cause didn't was it Obama that like signed the thing to loosen up the restrictions on Cuba? I think in like I want to say like 2015 ish. I could be wrong. Um, I don't know. Where you get your hat from? Um, I think I got it online, just the Giant Shop. I actually got two pairs. I got one for me and my brother. I gifted it to him because we went to this World Series. So, as I said earlier in the stream, this hat means a lot to me just because that's the only World Series I ever got to attend. Went to Game 4. So, that World Series will always mean a lot to me. And I went with my brother, so I got us both a hat. Do a video at Hags Museum in Stockton? Absolutely. I need to do a little Stockton run, actually. I got a list of Stockton stuff. And yeah, I spoke about before I came back to the U.S. Obama signed in and released the embargo, but you can't do large quantities. Okay. Probably because it's variety. The algorithm doesn't know where to place your videos. Yeah. I'm going to start filming roadside attractions too, but I'm afraid it might hurt my channel. It will. And I hate that. I hate that. This was my thing too. Sorry, I know this stream's going super long, so I won't hold you guys too much longer, but I always believed that there's enough people out there like me with a crazy mind that likes all kinds of things. I'm a very, for a while, for like at least a decade, I was very closed off and bitter, but luckily I was able to work out of that, and I'm a very curious, interested person. So I will go to a museum about anything. I will I just want to learn. I want to experience things. I will go to a cricket match. I don't know anything about cricket. I will go to a what's with the birdie? Why can't I not think of the name? With the tennis racket thing with the birdie. I used to love that game. What's it called? See, my brain is not working. I told you guys I'm old. Anyways, it doesn't matter. I don't like Star Trek. I never watched Star Trek. But I would go to a Star Trek museum right now and be interested. Be like, oh, that's cool. Look at that. So I believe that there was enough people out there that were also like that. Curious enough where if you see my video, if you're subscribed to the channel, you see my video, it might not be a topic that you care about, but you would at least appreciate and buy into my curiosity at the very least and be able to enjoy it anyways. Badminton. There you go. Badminton. Sort of like Justin Scard. He does a bunch of random stuff. Some stuff I'm not really into, but he's interesting. He makes it interesting. I like learning about stuff. I mean, he has an audience, so I know there's an audience out there, but people that, even if you're not into sports, you might appreciate me and my brother almost crying while the 49ers are headed to the Super Bowl, right? I truly believe that. And I truly believe that if I kept up the standard that I set for myself for my videos, to work hard on the videos and don't cut corners, I believed that it would work. That belief is shrinking. That belief is shrinking after 7+ years, right? And I don't think it's anyone's fault. And in fact, I think it's more the algorithm's fault. The way all the platforms now, they just want quick content. They just want to keep people's attention And my content admittedly needs more of an investment. I think you need to see a handful of videos before you really understand my demeanor, my sense of humor, what I'm into, what I'm about, what the channel's about. It's not, I think it's a slow burn. I don't think it's a channel that you can just, like, if you put on a Mr. Beast video, 8 seconds in, you get it. You're like, oh, he's a guy who, they talk fast, cut fast, and they do crazy things. Okay, I get it. But with me, like, I have so many inside jokes that you need to watch 10 videos to even be like, oh, wait, he said that before. Right? And that's probably stupid on my part to do it that way. But it's what makes me laugh, what makes me happy. Logging off, a good night. All right, Ruben, I appreciate you, man. I hope this week is a little better on you. You heard of Dan Coe on YouTube? And he talks about writing, he talks about self-content creation. That name sounds familiar. I will look it up. But yeah, there's a lot of things I could be doing that would help the channel, and I get it. Oh no, Dan Coe's not who I thought it was. Now I'll watch some of this though. This looks interesting. How to build an audience with 0 followers. A lot of this stuff though, I'll be honest, a lot of this stuff, like tips and tricks, like I get it. But there's certain things I want to do because it's what makes me happy, and it makes me feel like I have integrity, and I feel like a lot of times you have to cut corners and stuff to grow, and it's like I always felt that no, I'm going to be stubborn, I'm not going to cut corners, I'm going to work hard on these videos and enough people will appreciate it. The problem is, like I said, over 7 years, people pass away, they move, they lose their account. Like with these platforms, you need to build an audience fast and get big enough where you have a constant supply of viewers. I think we all have a curious mind of what we want to learn, what our curiosity brings us, which is kind of cool. Definitely have that mind. Also, do things with the camera. I can't do video. Yeah, and unfortunately though, there is a lot of people who aren't curious. I don't like being around those people. They can live life how they want. It's just not, doesn't vibe with me. You got to be curious. Got to be interested. I don't like people that are like, oh, that's stupid. Why would I want to do that? I was going to tell you guys a quick story. I'll end on this. I was going to tell you guys a quick story to give you an example. Like, this is years ago. If you guys remember, we went to StubHub Center, me and my brother, to watch the Chiefs and the brand new Los Angeles Chargers at the StubHub Center. It has a new name now. It's where the LA Galaxy plays soccer, MLS. Very small stadium, and they were playing there in the interim until SoFi Stadium was finished. The LA Rams were playing at the LA Coliseum. So me and my brother went to an LA Rams and 49ers game at the LA Coliseum, and we also went to the StubHub Center. My joke in that episode was that it was the MTV Unplugged of NFL games because it was such a small venue, and just for the novelty of it, we had to go. Anyways, my brother lived in San Diego. He still does. And so we drove up to LA to go to the game. I drove back to LA the next day just to get a drone shot and then drove back. It was like a 6-hour day because there was traffic. And I did that just to get a couple drone shots. You know what I mean? I've done a lot of stuff like that. There's some videos that took me a year to film because I had to wait for something or I had to go back. There's some videos I have that was filmed on 2 separate days, months and months apart, but I'm wearing the same clothes. I tried to cut my beard the same, and so you might not know. You might not notice unless you find, a little mistake. And I do that because there's been some things I filmed where I was like, I wasn't happy with it. I was like, I'm going to go back. Another one, the abandoned apartments in LA, which have since been torn down. This abandoned apartment complex. Me and my brother were on the way to Clifton's Cafeteria, which is a really cool restaurant downtown LA. And then we Googled it and found out it was closed that day. So we're like, oh my God, of course. I've tried to go to Clifton's 3 times. It's been closed every time. But anyways, so we were gonna go film Clifton's, and we're like, ah, man. So we're just driving around LA, like, what are we gonna do? Like, I don't know what else we can do. I think we had filmed La Brea Tar Pits earlier that day. And so we're driving around, and we drive by a street, and I see a whole row of abandoned stuff. I'm like, hold on. And I turn the corner, we go around the corner, we get out, we film a video. It was the abandoned apartments in LA. This is years ago. It's still on the channel. And we filmed, and we were kind of quick. It wasn't the best neighborhood. There's a lot of strange things going on. There's some strange people around. So we kind of were quick, and we left. And I started watching the footage back, and I was like, and we went back to San Diego. This is a different trip, but we used to drive up to LA to film and then go back to San Diego. I was watching the footage, and I was like, man, we barely filmed. This sucks. Like, this is not enough for a good video. So I had to drive back to the Bay when I went home. So I wore the same clothes. I stopped back at the apartments by myself this time, and I filmed a whole bunch more. And then a friend of mine that used to be in a lot of videos, Becca, her and her sister showed up. They were super late though, so they didn't really even help me film. They were busy doing something. But anyways, so you'll see in that video, there's some footage with my brother, some footage with Becca. They were never there at the same time. And then some footage I'm by myself. So yeah, I just don't want to cut corners. I want to do good quality content, and sometimes I will go way out of my way to do that. And there's other stories of crazy stuff I've done to film things that, I'll tell on other live streams. Hit the like buttons, get more people in here. Thank you, Mark. Gonna rewatch it right after the live stream. Thank you, Mark. I'm gonna call it. I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna try to drop this series of videos. I'd appreciate if you guys watch them. Got some Cold War history in the Bay Area. We got 4 crazy awesome museums from Texas. 2 I filmed last week, 2 I filmed last year that I never put out because the audio's terrible. So it's been a humdinger trying to fix it. A lot of fun clone gags though, I'll tell you that much. And yeah, I will be at Angel Stadium soon. I will be at the last Oakland A's game in September. And I would like to do Buffalo Bills game this year, Chicago Bears game at Soldier Field this year. Hopefully Caleb Williams isn't like a phenom so the tickets don't skyrocket. But I want to see Soldier Field. And yeah, we'll keep it chugging for now. Again, if you guys have any ideas, I'm all ears, but I need to do something to help this channel. I can't keep putting out videos and getting 100 views. I gotta figure out what I'm doing wrong. Or not what I'm doing wrong, because I know the things I'm doing wrong. I gotta figure out what to do right that keeps my integrity, or me feeling happy with what I'm doing. Watched that video a few months ago, the LA one. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. You guys have a great week. Bay to LA SD drives are brutal. I used to do it all the time, man. All the time. How far are you from Skid Row? Ever thought about doing a video on that? I'm in the Bay Area, so I'm 6 hours away. But we have our own Skid Row called the Tenderloin in San Francisco, so I could do that. But I feel like it could be exploitative. I gotta find the right way to do it. I don't want to just exploit these people's their strife for my own gain. You know what I mean? I have to have a purpose with doing something that touchy, because there's a lot of psychos out there, but most of them are people that never had a chance, and I have a lot of empathy for them. So yeah. But yeah, Jay, if you ever come to California, if you ever come to LA, do not hit me up and be like, hey dude, I'm in LA, swing by. We're very far apart. The West Coast is very, very big. But I will be driving to LA in a couple weeks for Disneyland. Down to Anaheim, Orange County, and then me and my niece will explore LA a little bit too. 90% of San Francisco's Skid Row. Nah, come on. San Francisco's it's not that bad. It's way cleaner now too. But yeah, I mean, like down Larkin in the Tenderloin, yeah, it's wild. On Mission in Soma, it's wild. But you know, come on, most of the city's nice. Make a video about autonomous cars. I want to so bad, but I'm under NDAs and stuff, so I have to be very careful. But I've wanted to do it for years. Actually, before I worked with autonomous vehicles, I was gonna try to do a video because they used to cruise up and down the street at my mom's place, and so I was trying to film them, and I was gonna do a quick video years ago showing them like, look, these are on the streets, isn't that crazy? And now they're everywhere. I work with them every day. I did do a TikTok and a reel. If you go to our TikTok variety show with 2 V's or Instagram variety show with 2 V's, there is a reel where I took my brother on an autonomous vehicle ride in San Francisco, which was fun to do, but we just did short form because I have to be very careful with what I film because of my position. But it's way more public now, so it's possible that I could do some stuff. I'm used to my small state PA where I can go to 4 different states in only 3 hours. Yeah, man, 3 hours anyway, and I'm still in California. It's an election year. Keep the camera and drone handy. Yeah, dude, that's what DC would have been. You know, oh, this is where I messed up. Sorry, I keep going on. I went to Austin, right? And I did some videos. I was going to do the LBJ library, presidential library. I want to do all of them. Eventually, I want to have a video. I've only done W in Dallas. That was the only one I've done so far. But I wanted to do LBJ. I ended up not doing it. I did something else instead that's super cool too. But then I thought about it after when I was leaving Austin. I was like, wait, it's an election year. I definitely should have did a presidential video. Because regardless of what is going on, that might generate some clicks, you know what I mean? And they have an audio animatronic LBJ. How crazy is that? He like talks to you. He's like, I'm LBJ and I will talk about my private parts. He was a crazy guy, if you didn't know. He did a lot of good, though. He did a lot of bad, but he did a lot of good, too. Signed the Civil Rights Act. LA video, they're like a green color apartments. Yeah, those are long gone too. They tore them down. But I appreciate you guys. Almost a 3-hour stream here. Every time driverless Waymo cuts off another. Okay, yeah, I'll check that out. One thing I will say about the autonomous vehicles, a lot of times when people will post stuff like that, they will make an assumption about what's happening, and it's not actually what's happening. And I say that as someone who is used to study the data that the car actually sees. LiDAR, radar, all that. And yeah. So I will tell you, a lot of times people make assumptions about what the car is thinking or doing, and it's totally wrong. So it's funny, I'm not allowed to comment on social media or anything about the industry, so I can't comment, but I love reading the comments on any article or whatever. And even some of the autonomous vehicle like forums is hilarious because these people, they're like enthusiasts, they're into it. They're not like critics or anything, but they're into it. And they know a lot. Like they study it, they check the news, they're like really into it. But even them, they will be so far off in how some stuff works that's funny. And that's the enthusiasts. So that's how, yeah. But I will say this. I will say Waymo. I trust Waymo way more than any human driver. I'll go on record and say that. I cannot speak for any other company. But I trust it way more than any human driver. Yeah. I will check that out though, because it is funny. Some of that stuff's funny. One day, when I'm no longer under an NDA, I would love to tell you guys all the stories of stuff I've seen. Oh, all right. I shouldn't even be saying this. Some of the stuff that you guys may have seen in the news, potentially, maybe, allegedly, maybe, possibly, perhaps, I was involved in some way and online, potentially, perhaps, perchance, figuring some things out and calling some shots, potentially, perhaps, allegedly, maybe. So some of those news articles, I know, is what I will say. But yeah, I won't comment too much further because we shouldn't. But I'll tell you, it's an interesting industry. It's interesting. They come from, but I personally would like to visit the place where JFK tried. I did a video at Dealey Plaza, the JFK spot. Incredible place. I said this in the video, but my uncle, the one I was talking about earlier, that I used to go to Disneyland with and stuff, in Ardenwood with, he told me before I went, he was like, what's crazy about Dealey Plaza is, he said, it's the only historical place I've gone to that looked exactly the same. And he was right. It's like walking into the Zapruder film. It's exactly the same. You know, a lot of historical places, you'll go to some spot and there's like a brand new condo building next to it, or, you know, the bushes have changed. They've put benches or something. Dealey Plaza, exactly the same. It's so crazy. But I really enjoyed doing that video. Me and my brother did it when we did our Dallas trip years ago. It's in the Texas playlist if you haven't watched that one. A lot of fun, interesting comments on that one too, because I really don't buy into the conspiracies. I'm open to it. None of it makes sense. And when I actually went there, honestly, I totally see him making that shot, being able to make that shot, especially when he missed like 3 times. The shot is not some miracle shot. Like, I think I could make that shot with a paintball gun. I'm not going to lie. If you gave me a few chances. So a trained, rifleman taking a few shots, it's much closer than you think it is. Put it that way. But I could be wrong. Maybe it was a conspiracy. I don't know. I'm just a guy. It looks a lot smaller in real life than on film. Yep. That's what I'm saying. It's tiny. And I'm telling you, I think, well, the angle is hard because it's the window in the corner. But if I had a couple feet to wind up, I think I could throw a baseball and hit where JFK was from the window. It wasn't that far. I'm sure of it. I'm sure I could have, if you put a dummy of JFK on the X, because they have the X's marked, from the window, at least the first X, I'm pretty sure I could hit him with a baseball. I mean, I would probably miss, but I'm saying the distance, I could get it. Maybe not now. I haven't thrown a baseball in a long time, actually. My arm is a noodle. But look, I could be wrong. Maybe there's multiple shooters. Some people think there were shooters in the sewer. I don't know. What sucks, though, I'm totally open to conspiracies and, like, questioning things. I think we should, to a certain level, at least. But, like, what sucks about Dealey Plaza, it is, regardless if it was a conspiracy or not, it was a tragic place, right? It was not a good thing, or like it was a blemish on American history. Like, it's a bad moment, and you got these people like with megaphones talking about the conspiracies and selling like souvenir newspapers from the day he was shot. And it's just like, can you guys just stop hustling? Can we just enjoy a historical place without the tourist parasites? I don't know. That's just me. Another thing that was funny. I still talk about this to this day, especially me and my brother. They have the X's marked in the road where he was shot. There's 2 X's where he was hit, right? So they have the X's in the road. The road is still very active, though. And there's a light at the top of the hill, and then the cars come down the hill, and they come pretty fast. It's not a slow parade like JFK's parade. Like, cars fly through there. And so people wait till it clears up and they run out to the X to get a picture. So you'll see once the cars go by, people run out to the X and take pictures. And me and my brother were watching, and it was so strange because people were running out to the X and taking pictures, and they're like all smiling. They're like, and we were just laughing, like, what? Like, look at us. We're standing on the X where the president's brain was splattered. Oh. Like, I know it's just like a response where it's like, oh, we're taking a picture, smile. But it was so surreal to see people. It's where the president's whole head exploded. Brain matter all over his wife's dress, right here. Hey, let's do goofy faces. It was really strange. And then the sixth floor museum where the shot allegedly was taken, right? You can't get to that window. They have it plexiglassed off and they have it set up to look like it was supposed to look that day. But you can go to the 7th floor and look out the exact window one floor up so you can get an idea of exactly what it looked like. There was a girl that was standing in the window. Me and my brother were waiting. If you watch the video, you see us take pictures in that window and film from it. There was a girl waiting, or she was there taking pictures, and she was like taking selfies out the window, just smiling and trying to look cute. That's where the president's brain got splattered. You know? It was so strange, man. It was so strange. Like, people forget the reality of some of this stuff. That's why I talk about it in some of like the Wild West videos. Like, yes, we romanticize it. Cowboys and Indians and outlaws, right? But it was like horrific stuff that happened. So I just think that's always interesting. If you keep that in mind when you go to historical places, especially where horrific things happened, and you'll see people smiling and dancing and laughing. And of course, I'm silly too at some of those places. But my silliness, some people have left like negative comments about the way I behave in some places that mean something to them or are meaningful or whatever. Like some of the military ones, especially the military guys get pissed. Like the submarine in San Francisco video I did. And they're like, oh, you're goofing off in that submarine, blah, blah, that was in blah, blah. And it was like, if you watch it though, every single joke I made was at my expense. Every single joke was self-deprecating. It was all about me being stupid. Never was I downplaying anything about this submarine or the people in it. But anyways, whatever. It's just funny. It's funny to kind of study humans because we're all like that, you know? And conspiracy theories that Woody Harrelson's dad was the shooter. Yeah, I heard it. Wasn't his dad like mixed up with the CIA or something? Yeah, dad's CIA. That's crazy. Kind of weird when you think about it. Yeah, it's wild, man. But yeah, just if you ever people watch, just study people. It's funny because I probably do some weird stuff that people look at and like, what is he doing? Well, I mean, I know I do, and I film it and I put it on YouTube, so I know I do weird stuff. But you know, it's funny, and I'm not judging those people, but it is kind of a little weird. You know, it's a little weird. Like, and I think if those people who are all smiling, you know, where JFK's head got blown off, I think if you told them and explained that to them, they'd be like, oh, you're right. That is funny. Why were we all smiling? But yeah, that was a weird little side quest we just took right there. Anyways, you guys are the best. All right. Sending love to all of you and all of your mothers. Have a good night. Have a good week. More videos coming soon. The new drone. The new drone is crazy. I hope you guys like those shots at Globe Life Field. That was fun. The one from way up above where you can see the Texas Rangers logo and the Nolan Ryan statue. That was sick. I'm so happy I got that drone, even though I was not financially ready to get that bad boy. I'll tell you that. But I did it, and here we are. And now I'm selling my camera another drone. You guys have a good night. You guys are the best. Vertlife, always, you know. Oh, there's another Mark. Appreciate all of you. Yeah, new videos coming soon. Something or Other Tours, now Variety. Always Vertlife.